Is this the Circles podcast?
And it goes a little something like.
How can you want all summer and after I'll keep you want all summer and after.
Yeah.
Mom texted me. She said, "Is that a 40?"
That was recording.
Welcome back, everybody, to the podcast.
Oh shit, I'm stupid.
It wasn't recording.
No, it's recording.
It's recording. Oh, he didn't plug our headphones in. Look, we sound dumb now. Ooh, that was weird. I heard myself on my left, and you finished plugging it in, and now I'm on the other side. Oh, this is weird. It's a mind fuck.
That's both. Almost.
Barely.
We're not gonna worry about it. What's up, dude?
What is up?
Fucking shit. I've been working a lot.
You have not. You don't have a day off until.
I don't have it. Well, I technically Saturday is my day off, but I don't even know if I'll get that off.
You don't think you're gonna get Saturday off?
It depends. I don't know.
On?
Somebody may. I don't know. Somebody slitting their wrist or somebody quitting. That sounds harsh, but
You know what you need to do?
what?
Slit your wrist before they do.
That would be
Then
good.
you- then
That
you'll
would be
get
good.
off.
Yeah. I beat them to the cut.
Exact. Beat
Not-
them to it.
Not the punch. Beat them to the cut.
Beat them to the cut.
Ooh, wow. If anybody's suicidal listening to this, we're so sorry.
Yeah, seriously, if anybody's suicidal, Logic's song, I don't know the name of it. 1-800. Look it up.
Literally called 1-800.
Yeah, 1-800.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's the suicide hotline number. It's
Yep. If you're suffering with
Jesus,
struggling or anything
Jesus
like
Christ.
that.
Anyway, that is.
I felt awful. Okay, leave me alone.
Oh my god. Try not to be too loud, bro. I know the fucking sound. I know these pads do a lot, but the neighbor still hears us.
I'm just so excited. We got new mics. If we sound extra crispy, I don't mean to flex. If we sound extra crispy, we got new mics.
Now that's being hopeful on my post-production skills and edit.
I think we're good.
I think so too. But we'll find out. I don't know.
It'll be better than the 45-minute podcast.
What do you mean?
Personally, I did not like the quality of that podcast. You say it's all right, and it is. It's all right.
16 or 15?
What do you mean? I believe 16.
Okay.
We had a debate about it last night. I couldn't remember, but it's the one where I cough in the beginning really hard. I apologize.
It's
for that.
16.
Yeah, I did not like the quality of that.
Well, I'm sure the people on Spotify were super confused because we had our theme song and I had to panic and post it real quick because I'd rather the episode get out on all major streaming platforms than me wait a couple extra hours. I don't know. I was at work and I figured out how to grab it from my OneDrive on my computer from home, download it to my phone, go to Podbean, upload it through the app on my phone. I couldn't edit anything. Luckily, the post-production quality was fine.
Hell yeah.
I just hadn't put in the intro.
That's awesome.
So on Spotify, the last episode doesn't have the intro, but the last like 3 do.
Terrible.
I was not happy about it, but for all we know, they don't even like the intro. Honestly, the intro's for no one, and literally no one but the people that listen to this, because I don't give a fuck about it. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have one, but
I like the intro. It shouldn't say yeah.
that's why we have one.
It shouldn't say yeah.
I go back and forth.
I know. I saw that.
I also
appreciated
I
you.
also don't even go back and forth in a method. It just depends on what I feel like choosing that day.
I saw like one was yeah, and then the next one was no yeah, and the next one was yeah, and I was like, you fucker.
It's
For those who don't understand what I'm talking about, it's even better.
It's subtle enough that no one would ever notice.
I'm not even going to tell you what I'm talking about.
I asked Bree said that we should keep it in, but I asked Christian, our buddy, and he said that it was better without the yeah.
You mean biased Bree?
Biased Bree.
Biased Bree.
Biased Bree.
Biased
Yeah.
Bree.
No, I asked her and she said we should keep it in, but Christian did say we shouldn't.
By the way, I'm only saying that because I know when she listens to this, she's going to be like, I'm not fucking biased. She's going to get frustrated. It's going to be great.
No, this isn't a video podcast, but Josh wiggled his arms when he got really frustrated and said, ah, and that's exactly what she would do. So that's really funny. But I'm super happy with these microphones. Now that we're done stroking our own cocks, you said you had a couple topics. I'm very curious because Josh never fucking has anything to talk about, guys. It's usually me just talking in a corner, and Josh just so happens to have something to add to it.
So June is full of a lot of shit coming out.
As in
Marvel, fucking Pokemon, fucking
Gotcha. Also, for the
Disney,
record,
Disney in general.
they don't know what I'm
and
talking about,
a
but
bunch of other
I
stuff.
do like the left right a lot better.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Anyway,
To start off with, I'll say Minecraft just got an update. It's the first part of a two-parter update. It's called, good lord, the first part of a two-parter
Caves.
update. Yeah, it's called the Caves and Cliffs update.
wait, they announced this months ago.
They announced it.
You showed me a video of caves literally like 3 to 4 months ago.
It was about 6.
Okay, yeah, but
It was 6 months ago.
the developers released that footage, correct?
So what Minecraft Mojang does is they'll release the pre-release notes, and then for 6 months they will release to the beta.
Yeah.
They will let you test the new update that's coming out. So for 6 months you'll have people beta testing to make sure there's no bugs and it's real players.
The real podcast microphones.
Good lord.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, they're real.
Pardon me.
You have to talk into it.
What was I saying? You fucking made me.
You were talking
train of
about.
thought just went off the rails.
You said they'll release betas.
So they've been releasing betas for the past 6 months. Or
Yeah,
however
you
long
were
since they've
basically
announced
explaining
it.
that they release it months in advance to let people simmer.
Yeah, they'll let you
They're
play
like,
test
let,
it.
they're like, let that marinate.
Yeah, they'll show you certain things, and if you don't like certain things, they might take it out and replace it with new things, and just they'll test the waters.
It sounds like they've taken the Marvel approach.
Yeah, definitely.
Because what Marvel does is, for those that don't know, Marvel will, if it was up to them, they would probably release an entire trailer of footage that isn't even in the movie. But I think legally they can't do that.
I think the most blatant one was Infinity War.
Well, duh.
Hulk was not in that fucking
No,
movie.
but if we're being completely honest, completely fooled me,
and that's how I think
was,
trailers should be.
and was pleasantly surprised.
I really think that in trailers it should give you a taste of the movie and not give away anything at all.
Well, to be fair, not to like change the topic, but I think what they have done is they're like, how do we release a 3-minute trailer without releasing so much of the movie?
Yeah.
And they're like, why don't we make the trailer a mini movie, but include footage that...
I feel like, especially in recent years, trailers have definitely evolved. Like, if
Well,
you go
think-
back and watch, like, the first Avenger trailer...
It's like a minute long.
It was awful.
And it's also like 1 minute and 30 seconds. And then now trailers are up to 4 minutes. Think about that. Think about that.
Like the Shang-Chi... The
Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings?
Hold on. It's Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi and the Ten
Yeah, I've
Rings.
been pronouncing it wrong. I want to make sure I get
thought
it right
wait,
this time.
I thought it was Shang-Chi.
It's Shang-Chi. It might be Shang-Chi. I don't know how to pronounce it. I pronounce it Shang-Chi like everybody else.
I almost Googled it on the computer as if that'll be faster and I can pull it up. But I'll
But-
Google it on your... Well, I don't even have my phone on me. Wow.
But yeah, it's Shang something.
Mm-hmm.
But that trailer I thought was really, really good. I
Okay,
really like
anyways,
that trailer.
continue what you were saying.
Here, look at it while I do this.
I'm grabbing my phone.
So the new update just came out. It released today. And this is a one part of a 2-part update. And the first part is the what do you call them? The mobs. And mobs are basically like pigs, cows, sheep, chickens, so on and so forth. They added the billy goat. They added something called a glow squid, which explodes. And they added a axolotl, and that is a water salamander.
What does that even mean? Basically. Sorry, I'm terrible.
The name for them is Mexican water salamander. They're called axolotls, and it's
That should be blown right to you, by the way.
not literally,
Mm-hmm.
but they're water salamanders.
Okay, is this Pokemon?
No.
What is this?
Real life.
I'm sorry, what were you talking about?
Oh, Minecraft.
Oh, I'm terrible.
You're good. It's a new Minecraft mob. They just added it.
Okay.
And it acts as a water dog, basically, in Minecraft rules. So you can tame it, and you can like run around with it, and it'll fight mobs with you.
Really? Okay, you got to learn that these aren't USB microphones anymore, my guy. You got to get close to it.
I can hear myself, and not like I'm.
I know, but what I'm saying is I'm looking at your
doing
levels,
that.
and unless you want me to spend an hour and a half going through specifically just your vocals, just speak into it a little closer. That's all.
Okay, how's that?
That's good. I just don't want to turn it up to a certain volume and then have to edit us individually because that's very complicated. So I'd rather us be at the same length, so this way we're at the same volume.
I'm trying not to breathe into it.
Breathe into it all you want. Fuck these people. If they want to listen, they can get over it. You know what I'm saying?
The difference.
Do you not understand why I was just mean to them? You were nice to them last time, and you told me to be mean to them next time, and you'll be nice to them this time.
So axolotls.
Jesus.
They just got out
Axolotls.
of the game.
They just got out of the game.
Added to the game.
Added to the game, sorry.
And with that, they added all the blocks and all the new like handheld items and shit. But like the actual caves and cliffs part of the update is coming in the second part, and that will change world generation entirely. So you know how in Minecraft, if you dig straight down, you'll get to something called bedrock?
Yeah.
Well, now you can go under 0, which 0 on the scale is y equals 0. That is bedrock.
I thought that was the end of the world, though,
Right.
and then if you got through it, then you would fall.
Right. Now you run into stuff called deep slate, and like that's where you'll find diamond and shit. You'll be under bedrock now, and then bedrock will be below.
What's
Michael
the
Zero.
okay? But that seems to me like they're like this is not a topic everybody talks about for the record. But what's that to me that's changed in like the original game itself.
They're updating it. That's what an update does. They're reinventing the game.
Yeah, but no, most updates don't reinvent the game. They add to the said game that's already there. So why change the actual content?
Because before they couldn't have done that. Like it's they're upgrading it, and new people are in charge.
I just meant got it. Mojang?
Yeah, like
What's
Notch
I guess
is the creator of Minecraft.
But what's the point in doing something like that? Why not just add to the game in a different way like they have been over the past fucking 15 years?
Well, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, no, but they're actually they're changing.
Right, but like
they're changing
originally in
they're
Minecraft,
changing the original substance of the game now.
Yes and no.
Which is Bedrock is the last part. And
well,
if
it
you
is
go,
now,
and
but Bedrock is lower. Bedrock used to be y equals 0.
yeah, so they're just adding layers in between it.
Yeah, but now you can go
Oh, well,
below it, and
okay.
you go into deep slate, like you're under Bedrock.
Then it's not the last one.
What do you mean?
Like it's not the last. I mean, like in the original Minecraft game, if you dug all the way to the bottom, you'd hit Bedrock, and then after that, boom, into the map, you'd fall through it, and then obviously do you restart?
Yeah, you die.
Yeah,
You
okay.
follow the world.
Yeah, okay.
You can't dig through Bedrock though. You
Does-
have to be creative.
That's what I'm talking about. Is it like why? So okay, you'd have to be creative now. Can you dig through Bedrock?
There's
Then-
no Bedrock or y equals 0. That's what I'm saying. You're misunderstanding.
Okay, but the way you keep explaining it is there is Bedrock.
There is Bedrock, but it's below where it used to be. Y equals 0.
But
is
okay,
still,
but directly after the okay,
if you play Minecraft, you understand what
okay,
I'm saying. At
but
y equals 0,
you can't sit here and talk like everybody knows what you're saying. So you can't say y equals 0 is where Bedrock was, but now it's not there. So technically, that's not Bedrock anymore. Like
Okay.
no, bro, you have to explain it in layman's terms.
okay, you know how in the real world there's the mantle,
Jesus
right?
Christ,
on
you don't
the
have to
earth.
say all that.
No, I know. Like this is how I can explain it. On the earth, there's like the crust, right? The crust of the earth, right?
Yes.
And that's where you walk, and that's like the overworld. That's the top of the Minecraft world.
Correct, and say y equals 0 is the equivalent of where it would be within the Earth.
Right. It's the
Right.
core. It's
Is
the
it
core
no?
of the Earth.
Is y equals 0 no longer the location for Bedrock?
Yeah.
Okay, it's
They
lower
moved it
than
lower.
It's to negatives.
It's
now.
the negatives.
Okay, so for those that don't know, when you dig a hole in Minecraft in your top left,
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to turn it off,
basically
but yeah.
it's a world map game, and you dig and you map.
It's your coordinates.
Yeah. It just tells you where you're
Longitude and
at.
latitude.
So when you're at y, which is the
Y is the center number.
no,
and
I
it
meant
is
axis
your up and
I
down.
meant like
Y is up and down.
yeah.
I don't know X. I don't know the X. And the
So y is horizontal, and then no y
it's X, Y, Z.
y is vertical, and then x is horizontal.
Y is vertical. X is horizontal.
Vertical, horizontal. Those that don't know, I'm making hand gestures. If we want to prove how stupid we are, just talk about Minecraft for 10 minutes, apparently.
Literally. Oh my God, we're awful.
I didn't think you'd have numbers involved in this.
I didn't think so either. I didn't
Okay,
think we were
anyway,
gonna get
move
involved.
on. Either way, they have updated it to the point where Bedrock is no longer it's not where it used to be. So now
They've completely changed the meta of the game. Basically, you could only find diamonds at a certain level, and they've moved diamonds to below bedrock now, and you can only find diamonds.
and
at
they've
that
also
level.
made a new bottom to the map,
There's an entirely new bottom.
which is technically still the original like material of the bottom. It's just no longer at the same level.
No, it's a completely different material as the bottom.
So it's
When
not,
you get
it's
below-
not, it's not called Bedrock anymore.
It is called bedrock, but I'm saying like you know how you mine stone and it turns into cobblestone. Now when you get low, it's deep stone and it turns into something else. Like it's black. Like when you get below 0, it's a different material because you're technically in a different area.
This was a terrible topic to bring up
It
because
is.
I'm
It's
not
horrible.
I'm not the person to talk about this with.
You told me to bring topics, dude.
I didn't think
This
you'd
is
be
what
like.
happens.
I didn't think you'd be like. All right, let's go full team virgin and pretend I'm locked in a house for 17 hours a day. Let's talk
I
about
was just
Minecraft
explaining an
and let's
update.
talk
And
about how dope
you got
it is.
deep into the update. I was just saying
Because
Bedrock got a new level.
it just in simple terms, your explanation is very confusing.
Right, but if they don't like Minecraft to begin with, they wouldn't understand it, and the people who do like Minecraft even a little bit would understand that.
yeah, well, I'm afraid you're not talking to a guy who loves Minecraft. I
Right.
enjoy Minecraft, and okay, I do love it, but I don't love it enough to be like, let's talk about it because I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm also a creative player guy, so
Hey, you're the people you play Pixelmon with will appreciate this talk.
the people I play online games with do not listen to my podcast. They hear me talk enough through Discord.
You're probably right.
Yeah, if we're being completely honest, I honestly don't think any of them like me other than a guy I won't name because I don't know if he wants to be named. I don't. Yeah, I
You
don't
probably
think.
don't play enough.
I work with them, so I don't know if they're just being nice and like we talk on like Discord and stuff. But at the end of the day, I genuinely don't think any of them actually like me, and I don't know if that's my own insecurities talking or if that's like true.
Wow.
I think about this all the time. I'm like, who actually enjoys my company compared to who just puts up with me?
No, for you.
I think that's something I live with though, and I think I have to continue living with, and I don't like that. Let's get deep. Let's talk.
I mean, my next topic was Loki, but sure, let's talk.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? And then
What?
okay, so I don't like the way the internet works because what it decides to do is I'll think of something and then before I can say it out loud, the internet already has a Google search
Yeah,
for it.
like Google's like, oh, you were thinking about this, right?
Yeah,
Right.
we may not have implants, but boy, they know how to read our brain. So the other day I was thinking about what's like a simple luxury that is no longer valid now.
Mhm.
And I thought about it. And I'm not going to tell you my thought, but I thought about it and I was like, yeah, that's hold on. This is a full circle talk. Push that in. Is that pad? No, the last one. Like go further. Yeah. Is it just fluffy? Oh, okay. From this angle, it looks like it's coming off. Anyway, I was thinking about the fact that back before cell phones, my
Yeah.
boss couldn't get a hold of me 24/7, and I wasn't always held to I'm always on call standards. Like, I could be missing, but I wasn't considered missing because nobody had cell phones. So, like, the luxury I think that, like, I miss and I think about all the time is when no one could get a hold of me, but I wasn't necessarily not talking to anybody. It's just I didn't have a phone and I was out, and people knew that. So, like, when I went home and the boss called the house, well, if I don't pick up the phone, I'm probably not home. And then they would think nothing of it. Now, when I don't answer a phone call, when I come into work the next day, why didn't you answer my text or my phone call? You have your phone on you all the time when you're at work. I know you saw it. That accountability sucks. Because it's accountability you don't ask for. It's something they automatically assume you'll have based on the time.
Yeah.
Think about that.
No, I get you. Like,
That's
personally,
dude,
I
that's-
haven't had that because
bro, I know. You've never had an actual job.
yeah. So I think I've seen what you're talking about, and I think it's ridiculous.
Think about the complications of that. I can't just be like I can't take a day. Like no one can just not get a hold of me. If they can't get a hold of me, they automatically assume something's wrong, and then when they can get a hold of me, they're on my ass about why they couldn't.
I have a
Dude, 20 years ago, everybody would have been like, "Oh, he's just out of the house," and now they're like, "Why the fuck aren't you answering the cell phone when you know you have?" And I'm like, "Bro, because I don't want to. Leave me alone."
yeah. And it's not even like against them. It's just
Dude,
like, I just
it's
don't wanna
literally just
answer.
like I don't think you guys understand it as a what is it? An extroverted introvert? I think we talked about this before.
Good lord.
As whatever I am, I like to enjoy people.
Throw your labels out there.
I like
man.
okay.
Throw 'em out there.
I genuinely like to enjoy people. I like to enjoy in.
Say it with your chest.
I've worked 30 hours in the past 2 days. I'm sorry. I like to enjoy people's time, but I also like to take like a refresh and like relax.
Yeah.
And be like have time off from people, but nothing personal against anybody. And I feel like I can't get that anymore because At some point,
Because you own a cell phone.
At some point, I'm checking my phone, and you and I have had these conversations, and you've witnessed my anxiety firsthand. The first thing I do when people make me feel bad, I instantly feel worse because I feel like, well, like, say I call into work, and I'm actually sick. I will still sit on the couch all day, whether I'm throwing up in a bucket or I'm shitting in the bathroom all day. If I'm actually sick, which, to be fair, when I call in, I am. But I will still sit there and feel terrible because the people on the other end of the line make me feel bad about it. And then it irritates me when I work with other people and they do the same shit, but 10 times worse. And then they don't feel about it and they do not get the same repercussions I do. Corporate greed has changed.
Yeah.
It has changed me. Yeah.
Has it affected you deeply?
It's affected me enough to the point where I shouldn't feel bad for being a human. And when I do human shit, they're like, "Bro, what do you mean you got the flu?"
Preach, brother, preach.
Yeah, preach. Yeah, you keep talking. But
I'm going to change subject completely.
Jesus Christ, that's my TED Talk, and I'm tired of people shitting on me, okay? And I constantly feel bad. Josh, talk about Loki.
Okay.
I have to go pee.
That was deep, but I think people can appreciate that. So to try and ease us into a little bit of a segue, a person who's going to deal with a lot of problems is probably Loki coming up, right? And they've actually announced officially that Loki is going to get a second season.
Bro, they haven't even finished the first season.
It's the only one that they're like, yes, this is going to continue.
I think that's more of a Tom Hiddleston thing than it is a Loki thing. Let's be honest, guys. If we had Tom Hiddleston in our movies, we're gonna.
So as of recording, what time is it? It is 11:06 on a Tuesday. Loki comes out in.
I hate giving what time I record and the date because people I know that listen to this podcast, I can't ever lie to them. They'll be like, "Really? Because you were fucking recording when you told me you weren't talking." I get this all the time.
Loki will be out in 3 hours.
3?
3, yeah. Comes out at 2 a.m.
No way I'll be awake.
Dude, you got this. You totally got this. He says he won't be awake. This man. You were awake at 3 last night.
Because I hate my life. I don't actually hate my life. It's because you were over.
Yeah, I'm over now.
Yeah, I don't think you understand. The only time I ever do things socially and then just stay up is when you're here, or when someone like Christian's here. Just I don't know when someone.
I love you too.
Yeah, well, fuck you. All right, whatever.
I saw that picture of a little dude on Facebook.
Walker?
Yeah.
I
didn't know if we were gonna shout out. But
was he sitting there?
Yeah, he was sitting right here.
He was sitting in your chair?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay,
That
so
was-
my
that was
godson
cute.
came over the other day.
That was
and
cute as fuck.
he recorded with me. Okay, you should hear this fucking podcast. I recorded with Walker.
Is it good or is it rough?
Oh, it's terrible. Because I fucked around and accidentally gave him his headphones with the audio monitoring on.
Mm-hmm.
So he instantly spoke into the mic and heard his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Hell,
And it was over.
hell broke loose.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I can speak into this and then hear myself through my ears." Bet.
Did he say bet?
No,
Oh,
he
okay.
definitely visually cued as bet when he was.
cued?
Yeah,
You saw it in his
when
face.
he went from "Hi, my name's Walker" to and started doing that into the
Rest in peace, headphone users.
Yeah, when he started doing that into the microphone, I was like, "We've lost it."
That was awful. Why did you?
I'm
You didn't
lo-
have to
I'm-
give him a taste.
Yeah, I did. I'm looking at it on the screen, and it's phenomenally huge.
I bet.
Yeah, very big sound.
Very big sound.
Very big sound. Very big sound. So Loki comes out.
Good segue. Very big sound. Loki comes out.
Very big sound.
So Loki comes out in 3 hours. Or June 9th.
Wait, what?
I'm saying for people who didn't know when it comes out. I'm saying it comes out June 9th.
Oh, okay. I mean, this will be released on Friday, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
No. Okay. I'm kind of excited to see it, but I'm kind of not because I already know that I feel like you think, even though we just talked about the fact that Marvel hides a lot from their trailers, do you think that most we'll get in the first episode is everything we got from the trailer?
I think
I
most
think-
of the shit that we saw was
think-
from the first at least 3 episodes.
No, fuck that. I think every single thing we saw was from the first episode. I'm willing to bet you right now.
No.
Why?
Because in WandaVision they didn't do that. In Falcon and Winter Soldier they didn't do that, and I don't think they're going to do that for Loki.
Little different.
I think they
not a little different.
specifically
It's,
in Falcon and Winter
it's
Soldier.
very, very, very different.
Specifically in Falcon and Winter Soldier, they gave us one scene or like 5 seconds in all the trailers, or 10 seconds altogether of different episodes. But episode 1 was the most heavily in all of the marketing. So no, I think that it's going to be a lot of episode 1, but we've gotten bits and pieces of throughout the show, and I don't know where.
Okay. Fucks with that. I don't know if that's true though.
If it is all just episode 1,
I really
I'm
think
glad.
it is. I mean, think about it.
I would love that.
If
That
we're
would be
being
awesome.
completely honest, we didn't believe the narrative that we didn't believe that the entire trailer of Infinity War was like, or I'm sorry, it was Endgame. They
But-
mind fucked us with Endgame because the trailer we got was literally the first 20 minutes. Was the first 20 minutes of the movie.
You're
I've-
talking about before they
I'm talking
spoilers.
about. I'm talking.
Spoiler, before they cut off Thanos' head.
Yeah,
Right before
yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm talking
Yeah.
about Endgame.
That was like the first 10-15 minutes. You're right.
Yeah, that's all they gave us.
Yeah.
And dude, they had a whole fucking 2 hours after that.
But they did show us like them with all the suits on. The only thing they CGI'd out the time watches.
They also
on their hands.
CGI'd out Pepper Potts when Tony came down in the ship after he had been in space.
and they also they didn't show you Hulk or Thor in the suit shot.
Correct. Yeah. Exactly. So, and that's another thing. People are like, "What?" And a lot of people don't even know that those white suits in Endgame were CGI.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
100% CGI.
Yeah, no, it was apparently it was cheaper to CGI it in than it was to come up with practical costumes for each and every individual to their liking and size.
But back to Loki real quick.
Yeah.
It's impossible for everything on the trailer to be from episode 1. If you've seen everything that I've seen from the trailers, there's no way.
I mean, I've seen the first inside look. I've seen what you showed me on a couple different of the
Like
podcasts.
there's the scene where Loki walks up to
11:11.
the
Make a wish. Close your eyes. Make a wish. Go. Do it.
Okay.
All right. He did it. Anyway.
There's Loki's walking up to a blonde girl on
Yeah,
a purple
how is that, by the
planet
way?
with I haven't opened it.
Jesus Christ.
On a purple planet with like the moon shattering.
Yeah.
There's no way that's not episode 1. That's
Why?
like the end, or at least
You really think so?
4 episodes deep. Yeah, because I think that girl is like calling it right here. I think that girl's Lady Loki. If she's not Lady Loki, she's Enchantress.
Explain that, Lady Loki.
So Lady Loki is our Loki. Okay, prime timeline Loki.
You can't speak into it like that. There you go.
Prime timeline Loki, the one that got his like choked out
Yeah.
in the beginning of Endgame.
Yeah.
His soul leaves and
Uh-huh.
goes into a female Loki.
Okay.
Okay, and
How the fuck how do they explain that in the MCU?
Uh,
Oh, you're like, I have no idea how
No,
they'll do it.
I don't know how they'll do
This
it.
is just what I think.
Yeah, but that's like there's precedent for it in the comics. Like the Prime Loki went into
I'm not saying it's possible. It's not possible in the comics. Obviously, it's happened. What I'm saying is do you really think they'll go with that complicated direction in the MCU?
Yeah, they're about to introduce a bunch of shit, especially in
I mean,
Multiverse of
I
Madness.
was gonna say, if we're being completely honest, the craziest part to me in all of this is, had we not had the technology we do, and had we not pursued this when we did, dude, these movies would not fucking be possible.
Yeah.
Is that not crazy? You know how much of a chance they took with Iron Man in 2008?
I know. I recently rewatched
And-
Iron Man.
Tell me that doesn't still hold up.
It's still pretty fantastic.
I think one of them. This is probably like, whatchamacallit, opinion, majority opinion. Like the scene where he shoots his little blaster at
Yeah.
the tank.
Mm-hmm.
That scene alone, CGI wise, is so fucking impressive.
Yeah, the one scene that pulls me out, and it's the only scene in the movie I think that is bad, is maybe two, is the 2 suit up scenes when he has the yellow like the shit, and it's like putting the face on and all his armor on, and it's showing all the screws and interlocking.
Yeah, but
I think
they kind of also address. You totally need to talk closer into the mic, by the way.
I think that was like the worst CGI of it all.
Okay, that's better. You got to get up on it.
I think that was the worst CGI of it all.
It's much better. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I think so too. But you also have to understand, like I was just saying, I think they kind of sideways address that when he's talking to Pepper, and he's like, "This is not the weirdest thing you've caught me doing." And to be honest, I think they address that because it does look kind of funky.
Yeah.
When that is like when he's getting torn apart like by the suit.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me because it does look funky, and the fact he's like, let's be honest, this isn't the weirdest thing you've ever caught me doing. Like, yeah, it's pretty weird.
You think he's making a reference to the awful CGI?
I think they're making a reference to the fact that it may, in fact, look very weird, and whether that's in reference to the CGI or not, whether it has like a triple or a double entendre or a triple entendre to
Triple entendre.
Yeah, whether it has that,
It's double entendre.
whether it has that or not, it doesn't matter. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it could be.
What the fuck do you spell entendre?
Is it E-N-T, A-N-D-R-E? Entendre? What's it say? Give me the deets, Josh. What's it say?
It's kind of confusing because it says it says triple entendre, but it's like it says double entendre, but then the
Triple entendre is a phrase that can be understood in many ways, such as in the back cover of the 1981 Rush album, Moving Pictures. For those that like Rush, you can understand this, which shows a moving company, all Rush, all the time. Shows a moving company carrying paintings out of a building while people are shown to be emotionally moved, and the film crew makes a moving picture of the scene. I think they're showing you what double entendre means and then giving you an example of what a triple entendre could mean, which is Rush presented like a triple entendre. And that's the best example I think that they can draw.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Nope. I'm gonna be honest, no.
Okay, double entendre is the normal term, but you typed in triple entendre, so Google tried to find the best example of what that would mean, even though it's not the most common term. And what they found was that Rush did have a triple entendre on their album cover, and it just explained that, and I just said it out loud. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, so basically, double entendre is the term, but you typed in triple, and it was like, I think this is what you mean.
I got you.
Yeah, so.
That makes sense.
I think so. But, okay, so Loki, MCU, fucking crazy. We talk about movies all the time. I think we should make a separate podcast specifically for the MCU because that's all we ever talk about sometimes.
Why would we make a separate podcast?
I don't know. It could just be like...
That would leave nothing for this podcast.
It could be like MCU circles. What do you mean nothing for this podcast?
What the fuck would we talk? If we talk about Marvel half the time, what the fuck would we talk about in this podcast?
That's the beauty of it, is we would force each other to be like, fucking talk about something else.
I would just revert.
You
back
would be
to
like,
Marvel.
you'd be like Captain America, and I'd be like, no, Captain, shut the fuck up.
Right, and
Let's
then
talk about something else.
Have you heard about this super awesome guy? He's really nice guy.
I'd be like, oh my god, who?
He was in this new movie called Knives Out.
Really?
Right, yeah, and then it's the first time he ever cursed, right?
Oh my
And it
god,
was
no
really
way.
Cool. And then in this other film franchise that's really really good. You should watch it. It's called Avengers Endgame.
Oh my god,
he curses for the first time.
It's Chris Evans
Again,
It's Chris Evans.
and he says that is America's ass, and let's go get the son of a bitch. It's the first time he really curses.
Wow, I loved your point proving, but fuck you for that one. That was good. What did I want to talk about? I had one kind of important Whoa! You ever get a message that you don't want to see on your phone, but it's on there?
It just fucked your whole brain up.
Yeah,
too.
it did. It made me like stumble across my words because I read it and it was like
That was your brain threw up.
my
right
brain
there.
literally shit itself. Hold on. Okay. It's right here. I hate the silence. I hate when we're silent.
Then talk.
Then talk. Motherfucker. Fuck you, dog. Okay. This is what I wanted to talk about. Not actually. I'm just trying to think of things on the top of my head. Dude, I have so much I'd actually like to talk about. You know that? Get the fuck off your phone. Stop it. He's talking. He's on his phone. He keeps scrolling. Oh my god, his thumbs are moving fast. He's smiling because he can hear me through his headphones. See, he smiled some more. I can hear you breathing. Josh, what are you doing?
Texting this girl I matched with on Tinder.
Jesus Christ. Hey, you know what's funny? You know the message I was talking about?
What?
Tinder.
Oh my god, bump
I know.
it out.
No, I'm not going to bump it out because I don't use dating apps like that.
He just bumped it out and you guys didn't see it.
No.
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 I would never.
What are you talking
Me, Christopher Walken, no.
What do you mean?
No,
you
I couldn't possibly. No.
You got me all wrong. It's not how I do
He turned into Kermit the Frog.
To be fair, if you build a bridge, Christopher Walken and Kermit the Frog are pretty close on the bridge, okay? They cross both paths. Yeah, I know. We need better chairs. We need to be more comfortable.
My ass cheeks are
My
so
ass cheeks
numb.
hurt too. It's okay. They've been sitting there for 35 minutes, bro. What do you expect?
They're warmed up.
Ready to fucking go? Mittens are pounding, bro. You suck.
I broke a nail.
Jesus.
No, I'm just kidding.
There you
I
go.
might have actually broken a nail.
I might have actually broken a nail. No, man. What? Okay.
Wow, Sprite.
For real?
Yeah, like honestly.
Pretty strong Sprite.
Yeah, like strong Sprite, but Sprite.
You know what that was?
Hmm.
The son of a bitch. Is a son of a bitch head shake. It's like fuck.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. Son of a biscuit eater. Oh my god. No, what we never talk about is fucking. I feel like we've been avoiding the topic.
Okay.
Josh, how did COVID affect you?
It didn't.
Ooh, it didn't.
Oh, and I was locked inside of the house for a year, but
We say that like it's not the weirdest thing ever. Think about that.
well, yeah, but everybody was affected like that.
I mean, yeah, but like I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Well, you're
Mom wasn't either.
yeah, but you guys are technically what do you call them?
Essential workers.
Essential workers.
Yeah, great. Fuck them. They did not treat me essentially. They treated me like a piece of shit.
Essentially a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's essentially that's what I was. No, like the rudest people I've ever met in my entire life were the people that were hungry during the pandemic and they had to come inside and get food. And another thing,
I was hungry during the pandemic.
I'm not worried about anybody being hungry, but don't come into a grocery store where I'm one of the only people that are literally working in the country, and then I handle your food, and you treat me like a cunt, and then expect me to be nice to you.
Yeah, motherfuckers get high
Guys,
on the little power that motherfuckers get higher in the power.
You're lucky I'm a germaphobe, otherwise I'd spit in your food.
Yeah, motherfucker.
That's gross.
You're lucky I'm a germaphobe.
That's
or I'd spit in your
That's
shit.
gross, and I'd never do it, and I gag at the thought because I, would never want that to happen to me. But what I'm saying is, the rule of thumb is, you don't fuck with people who fuck with your food.
Yeah, it's like don't bite the hand
That's
that feeds you.
It's literally the number one rule in restaurants. You don't piss someone off who makes and controls your food.
Yep, I know that.
You never even had a job, and you know that.
I know
Want to know
that.
why? Because if you piss off the dude who fucks with your food, you've seen the movie Waiting, and those flakes that look like salt may or may not. Can I not even mention that? You gonna throw up? That seems rough, isn't it?
We're done. Cut that off there. Watch Waiting. Fuck it. Cut that off. Going on an empty stomach.
Son of a bitch! Are you for real?
Yeah, it's rough. Great movie. Hilarious movie. But rough.
Would it make it even more rough for me to explain that it's like pretty fucking accurate? I'm not gonna sit here and say I've ever been involved in a restaurant that does some shit like that, because to be fair and to be honest, I actually haven't. And if they did, I was not aware of it. But what I am saying is, after working in the restaurant industry, I 100 fucking % can totally believe that.
Definitely.
Yeah, no. I've seen the way people talk to me. The entitlement of white people.
And I'm white.
Dude, so am I. The entitlement of middle-aged white people fucking escapes me. I don't care if you want pieces of paper in between your cheese. Okay. Are we going to do...
But the cheese sticks if you don't put pieces.
That's
of paper
great.
between them.
Little do they know, I just so happen to actually kind of be an expert in the cheese that I slice on a daily basis.
Oh, yeah,
So
sorry.
when you ask for the driest cheese on, like, in my counter, and then you say, it sticks together, so can you put slices in between it? And I'm like, really? Because that cheese is literally drier than your pussy, Karen. It will.
That was aggressive.
It will.
Relax.
It will never.
Relax.
It will. No, fuck that. It will never stick together. Sorry. It just won't. I know. I'll probably get fired for this. It'll be okay. At least I get fired for doing something I like, you know? Something I love.
Yeah, fight the machine.
Something I believe in. The machine. I can't hear the word. What?
It's Discord.
Oh. Damn, someone looks tired. It's like that. It don't always be, Josh, but it do.
Sometimes it don't be. But
No.
sometimes it do.
No, it's not. It don't be, but it do. It don't always be.
It don't always be.
But it do.
sometimes It do.
No, not sometimes. It don't always
It
be.
don't always be.
But it do.
But it do.
But it do.
But it do. But it do.
But
But it do.
yeah, no, don't buy the hand that feeds you. If you come into a fucking store, restaurant / whatever the fuck, like, guys, come on, behave yourself. But the pandemic specifically didn't affect you that much.
No, not particularly.
Did the whole mask situation bother you?
I think I already ranted about this.
Ran about it again. Fuck it. Whether we've heard it before or not, I want to hear about it again now.
Okay, masks aren't a political statement. If somebody asks you to wear a mask, wear a fucking mask.
Right, but like, can you argue the fact that specifically because someone's asking you to wear a mask, you may or may not have the right to say, no, I don't need to? Or I just, in fact, don't want to?
I mean, you can say you don't want to, but at that point, you're not endangering just yourself. You're endangering other people. So if you're a danger to other people, you're making it a problem. So just wear a fucking mask, and it's not a problem.
See, and
the mask does not inhibit your breath at all.
No, I mean, okay, well, that's another thing is what we've actually come to actually, in fact, find out is specifically the coronavirus, masks don't actually help that much with the coronavirus specifically, but we have found out the flu numbers are down tenfold. And the only thing we can think of is people are distancing themselves from other people and they're wearing masks.
You also reduce the risk of getting it.
No. I'm not saying masks don't help with COVID at all. What I'm saying is they don't help with them as much as we've been led to.
Motherfuckers be twisting it.
Exactly.
Make sure you're very clear.
Exactly. They don't help us as much as we have come to believe, when in reality what they have in fact shown to help is the reduction of flu numbers, dude. I mean, I think we've had the lowest flu numbers in the past 20 years this past year. In 2020 it was low, but and I think this is another thing you and I have talked about off podcast is how much of those numbers that they're reporting aren't flu cases, and they're like, so the total number of flu cases aren't very high. How many of those are they just not reporting simply because someone has COVID and they also may have the flu?
So you think
I'm saying how
what I'm inflating, but in a sense they're inflating the numbers of COVID.
I mean, to be fair, we have already established, and they have shown to prove that the numbers of COVID, that COVID has been inflated.
Yeah.
CNN fucked themselves on that one. Yeah, that guy fucked it all up for everybody. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, there was a gentleman on CNN who was the creative control director, and he basically admitted and was on statement multiple times in recording, saying they inflate the numbers, they show the death numbers because
that's the guy with the pocket recording.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Fear cells. Basically, he was basically saying, he was basically saying that they control the news. They wanted Joe Biden to win, so they had to show more COVID numbers. They had to make Trump look bad. This, and that. It was basically showing what
Whole bunch of shit, honestly.
It was basically a bunch of shit that we already assumed was true.
It was a smear campaign, but at the same time,
but it wasn't. It's not
it
a smear
wasn't even
campaign.
like that.
No, because they based themselves as an actual news outlet that
Yeah.
reported facts. When in reality, this guy was like, "Yeah, we have facts, but we also juice those to inflate the amount of people that watch our show."
Which is ridiculous. Like if there's no news for today.
Yeah, see, I think Joe Rogan's gotten into that. Why not? Why are we talking about all this dumb? Why can't you just be like, hey, we don't have much to talk about today. There may have been a couple school shootings, and then you can brush across those, and you can actually explain those, or just whatever happens throughout the day. But like, if there's nothing actual, don't talk about it. Or if it's like not talk about worthy, post it somewhere else.
Right, like I don't want to hear about fucking...
Yeah, no, don't make it the main fucking topic. I don't want to hear about the fact that like the kid down the street, I don't know, got healed from cancer because someone decided to pay his bill. I want to hear about the kid that didn't get his bill paid and then died because he didn't have health insurance. Why the fuck are we not fixing that? Like,
Yeah.
I want to hear about those type of things, real problems, so we can be like, hey, maybe this shouldn't fucking happen anymore.
Exactly.
Am I too much for you tonight? Can you tell I'm on one? Oh, I'm fucking pissed.
Just a little bit.
I'm fucking mad. I've been mad for a couple days. I've been kind of out of it. I've been really pissed. Work's been pissing me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people that are younger have been running the night crew, and it shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying anyone's incapable of doing their job, but what I am saying is that like we're not managers. We didn't ask to have this weight left on our shoulders, and it's definitely showing because we definitely don't get paid the wage that other people do. I can't say too much more other than that, so I'll
You're
stop.
good.
But
You're
yeah,
good.
no, I'll stop. I've said too much.
It's all right.
It's okay. If I end up homeless next week, you know why? I'm kidding, guys. I have savings. I'll end up homeless next month, not next week.
Anyway, did you see? It was probably like a month ago or 2 weeks ago. They released fucking Die Hard. What's his name? Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, yeah.
In Cold War, Call of Duty, Cold War.
Call like the video game?
No, the video game, like the character Bruce Willis that he played.
I didn't know he played a character
in Die Hard. His character.
His character in Die Hard is now in Call of Duty.
Yeah, along with Rambo. Sylvester Stallone's Rambo and Bruce Willis's, what is it? Jack McClane. John McClane?
Why?
John
John.
McClane. Yeah, John
Why?
McClane and Rambo
Why?
It's
Why?
the 80s theme. I don't know.
As someone who I know is a Call of Duty fan, you don't seem very happy.
Well,
Oh, go ahead, explain.
you have to. I miss the old times in games where they would add new stuff or they added stuff in the beginning and you would unlock it in like a super cool secret way.
Yeah.
Instead of just fucking buying it for money.
Pay to play.
Yeah. So you have to buy.
Also, have you been hearing that all day?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fridge.
You have to buy John McClane and you have to buy Rambo.
You have to buy them.
For money.
Sounds like Battlefront all over again.
And I'm just like I get it,
Yeah.
you know? But it would be way cooler if you added them in a DLC that you had to pay for. And it added like a bunch of maps and then you could find this skin or you had to earn this to get this skin. But it was along with other shit. But the only thing I think it comes with is it might come with, because it's a pack, right?
Yeah.
It might come with like a skin for a weapon and the skin for a knife to be Rambo's knife and a calling card and something else. Instead of it coming out in like a pack and you get 3 maps with it or so on and so forth.
That sounds like shit.
Yeah. You just get the skin when you buy it. And it's like fucking $15 probably.
What's the point then?
You get to play as Rambo. Sylvester Stallone's Rambo because it's his likeness.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit.
You get to look like Rambo.
That's fucking stupid.
Well, that's how they can get away with selling it. Is because
Didn't
the only thing
hold
they
on,
sell
hold on,
is...
Hold on. Didn't they do the same thing with the Avengers game? They released the people as their own original likeness of how they interpreted these characters, and then later they released them as pay-to-play characters for the MCU likeness.
Yeah, they're releasing skins, but you have to pay for them that are MCU.
Fucking pieces of shit.
It's the only way they can get away with doing it.
Yeah, why?
They're cosmetic.
So
They do not affect gameplay.
So it's a concept.
No, cosmetic means it's an outfit.
Right, but what I'm saying is it's the concept of players as they're playing in. It's not necessarily affecting the game.
Exactly.
That's why they have to
like
pay
if
for
they
it.
sell a
So-
gun that has super high damage and no recoil, that is a pay to win. That is illegal. They cannot do that.
So it's not a pay to win, it's a pay to play.
Pay to play.
Which is weird. How does a game like Grand Theft Auto pass it as pay to play instead of play to win? Because that is totally a fucking play to win game. It's a pay to win game.
Yes and no, there's ways to make money so they can get around it.
So just because they've involved heists and bank robberies and all this stuff to where you can actually make money if you play certain stories in online, it's no longer considered by definition a pay to win. It's considered a just pay to play, which is technically legal.
Right, because there's nothing like the only thing like you can buy a fast car, but
You can't buy the fastest car. You have to upgrade it.
right.
And you have to do with real money, which you could also do with shark cards.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
It's just like a shortcut instead. And that's pay to win.
It's almost like a legal loophole.
Yeah, it is pay to win, but you don't have to. So it's not it's not pay to win.
Is that the only way it's considered pay to win is if you have to? But because I
Yes
feel like,
and no. Like
I feel
there's-
like
there's a-
nowadays there's ways around that.
There's
to
an
where-
EA mobile game called Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
And that is a pay to win game. Okay, you
How can they-
cannot
how-
get to it when you get to a certain point, which is the point I am at. I
And
am
you're like,
max level.
and you're like, fuck this.
I'm like at the very end. Okay, and I can't
Is
go
it-
anywhere
is it-
because I have to buy
Is it
shit.
even worth it?
I really enjoyed it all the way up until
Okay,
that.
explain the concept of what the game is trying to make you pay for to be able to progress.
Okay, so
Long story short, please.
okay,
Lamest term.
there's different versions of each character. So Luke Skywalker. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what character do you think they give me as Luke Skywalker? Different versions of each character, remember. Who do you think they give you for your first Luke Skywalker? And the only one that you can get without being level 85, which is the end level.
Okay, if we're thinking practically, I'm assuming they give you New Hope Skywalker.
New Hope Farm Boy, no lightsaber.
Why don't you get a lightsaber?
You don't get a lightsaber until you get Bespin Luke, and you can't get Bespin Luke until you get 330 shards.
But Luke had a lightsaber before Bespin.
Yep.
Or is that the argument?
You get Farm Boy Luke, and he has his
Farm
his
boy
rifle.
Okay, but fuck that. He doesn't even shoot the fucking rifle in the
Don't
movies.
even get me started.
He doesn't
Don't even get me started. They added Bespin Luke and Commander
Wait, hold
Luke
on,
Skywalker.
hold on. If we're being completely honest, for those who have seen the 1977 Star Wars, I think he only mentions his blaster. I don't even think he physically. Wait, no, I take that back. No, wait. Actually, the only time I've ever seen
He
him
only
with,
shoots is on the Death Star when he's shooting the stormtroopers.
and it's not even his blaster.
It's the stormtrooper's
Okay, so
blaster.
therefore their whole pay to win thing makes no sense. Why,
So
why?
Bespin
So why?
Luke Skywalker
Why?
is behind. You have to do. I don't even know how to explain it in layman's terms. You have to get to like level 85. So that's the very max level. It's the very end level, right?
Okay.
And once you get to level 85, you have to max out your entire team. So that's 5 different people that you have to build up. Okay. And the way this works is there's a star system for each character, right? And you can get to 7 stars. That's the max level. So your character is completely maxed out at 7 stars, right?
Okay.
And then there's gear to a character, okay?
Okay.
And that's 6 different items that you can equip to your character that upgrades, okay? And you can get to a certain tier and your character becomes purple and your character becomes blue and your character becomes green. And then the end one is your character becomes golden, right?
Yeah, no, this sounds like character development with extra steps.
Right. Okay. And the only way to get certain items and to get to golden is you have to do raids. To do raids, you have to upgrade other people. To upgrade the other people, you have to do other things. And it's an endless stream of to get to. I need to get Luke Skywalker. I have to do 75 other things. And to do those 75 other things, I have to do 120 other things. And to do those other 120 things, I have to do these other 5 things.
I feel like this comes back to the whole argument of having a cell phone and your boss being able to get a hold of you 24 hours a day. I feel like this comes back down to games shouldn't be this complicated, and you should be able to play how you want to play at the pace you want to play at.
Like if I wanted to get Darth Revan, like
Yeah,
Dark Side Darth
no,
Revan.
No, I remember you telling
I
me
have to get 5
dude, when you were playing fucking the new version of Battlefront. And for those that don't know, Star Wars Battlefront, this is not the first time they've released this game. They've had 1 and 2 back in the early 2000s.
we were just talking about a mobile game, and now we are talking about a console game.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the way they set up the new Star Wars Battlefront is they fucked around and made it super fun, and they got you so involved. By the time you wanted to continue playing and play the characters that you've seen in the big screen, you have to pay for them. And if you don't have to pay for them, the things you have to do to unlock them is fucking ridiculous. Because it's not like a...
Well, you can play as every hero and villain, like, off the bat, but to get different costumes, you have to pay for it, and that's how they get away with it as cosmetic.
That's what we're talking about, though, is they know that it's not about the characters for us, it's the costumes.
See, and the shitty part is, like, Darth Maul comes in his Phantom Menace appearance, and to get his only other costume, which was added during the very last update for the game, it was his Old Guard costume.
Yeah.
And it's when he confronts Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Okay? To get that, you have to get 5,000 kills.
Yeah.
And it used to be 5,000 kills as Darth Maul. Okay? And it's not retroactive. So
Oh
that
my
means you could have gotten 5,000 kills as Darth Maul before. And it wouldn't
wait
unlock
before
it
you
for
knew you had to do it.
Before it came out, right? So retroactive means if you had done it
no,
before.
so I could have been Darth Maul, killed 10,000 people. This update comes out and says, hey, if you kill 5,000 people, you can unlock this new skin as long as you use Darth Maul. But those 10,000 people you just killed don't count only because
not retroactive.
only because I just released this. I'm just
Exactly.
explaining
Yeah,
retroactive in layman's terms. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. I was just making sure everybody was
no.
on the same page.
Yeah, no.
So then they changed that and they made it. I think they made it retroactive. I don't remember.
I doubt they did.
But I know they changed it to where you don't have to be Darth Maul. And you had to be Darth Maul on online. It had to be online. You couldn't do it in solo. You either had to do co-op, which was you and 4 other people against robots, which is the only fun part of that game. It's the only one I play. Or multiplayer, which is you against real people.
Did you just hit something?
Yeah, I hit this.
Oh.
So they changed it to where you don't have to be Darth Maul. You can just be any villain hero.
You just kind of blew my mind because that shit's irritating. It sounds like they're taking advantage of what we know is shitty, and they know we know it's shitty, but they also know that we know that they know that we know that we'll keep doing it. Because what other options do we have? I mean, could we technically, I say we as in a fan base, could like someone or they or we sue?
Somebody did. That's why Battlefront changed.
What? Explain. I have to go pee, but did this really happen?
Yeah. So
Oh my God,
So
okay,
when
yeah.
Battlefront first came out, Battlefront 2, developed by EA and DICE, when it first came out, the loot boxes were absolutely atrocious. You had to pay for them, and they were super random, and that's how you got cosmetics. And I think there were even a few blasters, and they're like pay to win shit. And it got to the point where people were like, dude, you can't fucking do this. And I do believe somebody sued, and when they sued, they completely changed the way loot boxes worked. They took the like loot boxes themselves, they took it out of the game, and they made it to where there are no more loot boxes, and you can you just earn crystals in the game, and you can buy all the emotes, all the cosmetics, and everything like that. But here's the shitty fucking cake on top, all right? Here is the biggest middle finger they ever gave the fans, but at the same time, it was like, we're sorry. It's like, if you've seen the South Park episode where they spill oil, and the dude's laying on the bear, and he's filming the video, and he's like, we're sorry. Okay, it felt like that. They're like, fuck you, but we're sorry, so here's more shit, right? What they did is after the game had been out, it's like the final update they released the Celebration Edition of Star Wars Battlefront 2. And I bought it because I'm a sucker and I love Battlefront. But what they did is in the Celebration Edition, they gave you every emote, every cosmetic, and everything else that you could buy with credits or crystals for every single character and everything in the game for the low price of $20. $20, and they gave you everything in the game for everyone. That's it. Except for the new stuff they just added in the update. You had to earn that.
Explain. And for those that can't hear me, tell them I said explain.
He just said explain because you know how he fucking loves saying explain. Basically, what that means is so any outfits that any of the heroes had. So heroes are like fucking Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin, Luke, Leia, fucking who's like a whack hero like Iden Versio. She was made up for Star Wars Battlefront.
Well, depending on which generation you ask, Greedo.
Yeah, no, he's not in this.
No, I'm saying he could be.
He just said Greedo.
No, I'm saying he could be considered an anti-hero.
Yeah, we weren't saying anti-hero.
I'm just saying that's depending on who you ask. But
You're good.
You were just mentioning off like small-time heroes.
Yeah, that would show up like as heroes or
I'm
villains.
saying
you're right. You're right.
Depending on the
he
game,
would show up as a villain.
Depending on the game developer, he might
And
show up as
in
a
Battlefront 1, which was developed by the same people. This is the first game they released. Greedo was in it. He was a playable villain.
Was he a villain though?
Yeah, he was a playable villain.
Ah, what I was saying
He's
was
a bounty hunter.
What I was saying was depending on interpretation, he could be considered an anti-hero, kind of like what's his name? Mandalorian. What's his real name?
Din Djarin.
Boom.
Din Djarin and Greedo are not in the same caliber at all. Din Djarin and
No, I'm asking you to.
Din Djarin
Stupid
and
motherfucker.
Greedo has more in common with Dengar. Toilet paper man.
Toilet paper man.
Toilet paper man.
Toilet paper. No, what do you mean?
For those of you who
For those of you who don't know, which we say every single second,
just look up Dengar from Star Wars. Toilet paper man. I'm showing him a picture right now.
oh my god,
Toilet paper
I
man.
cannot believe he was included in films.
He was included in the game, motherfucker. He was in Star Wars Battlefront 1.
He feels like a cult classic type of character,
He
though.
is.
Yeah,
He
that's
showed
what
up
I thought.
in
That's
Empire
what I
Strikes
thought.
Back.
That's
You
what
know-
I thought.
You know the bounty hunters that all stood right there next to Boba Fett, and he was like, "No disintegrations this time."
Ah, he was there.
It was Dengar. It was Bosk. It was
Well, we know Bosk.
IG-88.
We know Bosk. We know IG-88.
And I think not IG, but Bosk was a playable character in 1 and 2. And there was 2 weird fucking alien dudes who had like the fucking, what do you call it? Like the
Tentacles.
weird mouths
Mouth. Tentacles.
and a robot. IG-11. A Rocketable.
Oh god, I don't want to read this.
It says Tinder.
Oh fuck.
It looks like a nice message.
Oh my god, it is a nice message, but Jesus Christ, I was not prepared to hear this.
Is it good or bad?
It's good. Continue talking.
Okay. What the fuck was I saying? So Din Djarin is not in the same league as Greedo. I think Din Djarin is more in the league of Deadpool. Deadpool's an anti-hero. Greedo's more of a piece of shit. Greedo isn't really a nice guy. But I was talking about heroes and Battlefront.
Dude, we're talking about everything we want to talk about. That's why
I know.
like
I
this-
just wanted to make sure that
No,
I got my
that's-
point out because I feel like
No, I
I
get
had
that.
somebody
But I mean, but
I
that's-
lost.
That's kind of
it.
my whole point in this podcast is I don't think people understand how much you and I don't have our points put together. I don't like we have nothing to talk about. The only reason we even have topics is so you fuckers don't get bored. If it was up to me and Josh, we would just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of blank silence, and he'd be like, "Bro, I just remembered something," and then we talk, and then like that'd go into an hour and a half, and then we'd have nothing to talk about, and then boom, we have something else to talk about. But man, there'd be a lot of space in between that, so it's okay.
Loki comes out in 2 hours.
I love your live updates. It's really funny that you have live updates, even though this releases.
I'm genuinely. I was not
should we
really.
announce that? Should we say that?
Hold that thought. I was not really excited for WandaVision. I was not really excited for Falcon.
Thank
and
you.
Winter
Fist bump
Soldier.
me. You guys can't see it, but pew, we just fist bump.
I am genuinely giddy, like almost as giddy for in-game as I am for Loki.
Ooh.
I am very excited. Maybe hold on, maybe not in-game, but Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Nope.
I identify with Spider-Man: Homecoming to like an egregious extent. Like I loved Homecoming and Far From Home, and I am so fucking excited for No Way Home.
The only reason I was giddy for Homecoming is because they gave me promises they knew they couldn't fill in Civil War, and then they filled them.
They were like, "How about that?"
Am I wrong? In Civil War, they were like,
Okay,
hey,
but have you seen? I think one of my favorite things to do because I'm a weirdo is look at fan reactions from theaters.
yes. Oh my God, dude, fist bump me again. Pew. We just
Okay,
fist bump.
and if you look at it, if you watch Civil War fan reactions, just specifically to
The-
win
the
the
Peter
title
Parker,
card, the title card of just Queens or what is it, Brooklyn? Queens. No, it's Queens. It says Queens.
Yeah, because
okay?
hold on. Calm down. Calm. My neighbors are 95. I know. One day we'll get a studio and we can be as loud as fucking as we want, okay? But for now we have neighbors. The point you're talking about is when Peter Parker came on screen, but not Peter Parker just yet. All it said was Queens, and what we know is Steve Rogers is from Brooklyn. And Peter
We don't know that yet.
No, we knew
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's when he's recruiting Peter Parker. We don't know that yet. We have not seen the scene.
No, we always knew Steve Rogers was from Brooklyn.
We knew
From-
Steve Rogers was
from
from
the-
Brooklyn, and
from
we
the
knew
comics,
Peter
and then-
Parker
yeah,
was
no.
from Queens. But
Yeah, no.
but on screen,
No, but
I'm saying Captain America says on screen,
No.
"I'm from Queens."
Yeah, no,
or,
but what
from
I'm
Brooklyn,
saying
he's
is
from
the
Queens."
excitement you're speaking of is specifically because you were a comic book fan. So
Yeah,
when
and
you
I knew.
So when you saw the title card Queens, you were like, "Fucking Spider-Man, bro," and that made your dick hard. Don't lie. Yeah.
I'm nodding my head.
Fuck. Talk about that experience. Talk about it. I can't wait to hear this. Yes. Ooh, no,
Like-
this is the things. Okay, so you were talking about reactions that get you excited.
Yeah.
I've heard this story a million times, and I get excited every time because this is how much I love this movie.
It's okay. It's just
they did. Oh my God, they did him
I
justice.
really liked Tobey Maguire. Right. I loved Tobey Maguire. Okay, I think he was a good Spider-Man. He wasn't a good Peter Parker.
No, he wasn't. No, wait, hold on. Nope.
I flip it?
Yep, it's the other way around. He was a wonderful
fucked
Peter.
up.
He was a wonderful Peter Parker because
Yeah, because you're right. You're
Peter
right.
Parker's
you're right.
emotional. Like
Right.
he's supposed to be this not bountiful, but like anti-hero in his brain. He's not actually an anti-hero. In his brain, he's an anti-hero because he's like, I'm just some teenager, this, and that. But in reality, he's a good guy. What were you about to say?
Tobey Maguire was a great Peter Parker.
He was a great-
Andrew Garfield was a fantastic Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Tom Holland is the perfect of both.
And to elaborate on this, what people don't understand is if you read the comic books, Spider-Man, when Peter Parker puts on the suit, he is not Peter Parker. He feels comfortable enough.
He almost turns into Deadpool just a little bit.
Well, to me, it's Peter Parker at his fullest form.
It's him confident.
It's Peter Parker if he didn't have the implications of people knowing he's Peter
Or a teenager.
Parker. Exactly.
He's not a teenager
Exactly.
anymore. When he puts on the suit, he's Spider-Man.
He's Spider-Man, not Spider-Boy, not Peter Parker. And then Tobey Maguire was okay. For the fans out there, Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire,
He was too old.
he was a good Spider-Man in 2003.
Of course.
Yes.
We needed him.
Exactly.
We needed him in
and
2003.
if we're being completely honest, the only reason we're probably going to get him in Homecoming, which we'll talk about here in 10 minutes.
No Way Home.
No Way Home, is specifically due to nostalgia and fan, what do they call that?
Service.
Fan service. Andrew Garfield is more of better story, like that movie ended up better. But I really think
I really liked
Andrew
Garfield.
I genuinely enjoyed Andrew
People
Garfield.
said he was too cocky. Okay, and I
he was
understand
too
that.
cocky.
I understand
He was
that,
too cocky
but I
as
liked it.
No, he was too cocky as Peter Parker. Had he acted the way he did as Peter Parker as Spider-Man, which he also did,
Mm-hmm.
I'd have been fine. But he did the same thing when he was just Peter Parker, and I'm like, no, bro. You're some scary fucking nerd, and the only reason you have confidence is because you know you have superpowers and you're going around saving shit.
I think when he was wearing glasses in the movie, every time he wore glasses as Peter Parker, he was fucking Peter Parker. He nailed it. If he wasn't wearing glasses, he was too confident. Watch the movie again. If you can't remember,
one of the most comic book accurate scenes. I'm gonna get.
And he didn't wear
Hold
glasses
on.
the entire movie.
Yeah, I know that's another thing. That's what I'm saying.
he only wore them when he was like looking at shit. And Peter Parker wore them all the time
I think. Okay, put it this way.
until he got bit.
Hold on, Jesus Christ! I look at this. Think of it this way. They're bringing. I mean, we're saying this, but I mean, it's fan speculation. But guys, we're not dumb.
It's almost.
Hold on. I know it's almost confirmed.
Hard.
They're
confirmed.
bringing back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and I think for good reason. Because if you think about it, they're also bringing back Jamie Foxx's character, and they're also bringing back Alfred Molina. So what it sounds like to me is they're grabbing the characters with the most potential that were robbed. Hold on, stop for a second and think about it. You got Jamie Foxx, Electro, phenomenal character in the comic books, robbed on screen.
Like real talk.
Alfred-
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
Jamie
Alfred.
Foxx.
No,
I was deeply depressed about his character. It
no,
made me
no, it
sad.
made me sad. Yeah, no.
It made me so.
But you also
sad.
have to understand, Sony wasn't comic bookified. Or how do you say this?
Comic bookified.
It wasn't comic bookified.
I think they nailed it in Spider-Verse.
What people don't
understand.
okay, that's another thing people don't understand is like there's a certain type of realism with comic books compared to like fiction and nonfiction. It's a different category.
Right.
Right? Are you upset about that?
No, I have this.
That's exactly why I did that. Yeah, it is what it is. But there's a certain type of realism with Marvel movies, comic book movies, stuff like that. And I feel like Marvel does the best job at going close enough to like go in between the lines.
Mm-hmm.
They give me enough to be like, oh, that's obviously a movie. And then they give me even more to be like,
Maybe
but
it's not.
I was like, that could fucking happen though.
Yeah, I think
They
I really think Iron Man is really, really down to earth.
Dude, Marvel has perfected even balance within fiction and nonfiction.
If they can make me feel like grounded in Guardians of the Galaxy, I think they can fucking shit on a brick and tell me that it's cake.
Repeat that in normal terms.
If I can feel like connected to everybody in Guardians and understand the stakes and really appreciate it, then I think that they can't do wrong. So there's no way that like they're gonna like they'll have hit after hit, but even the one like people complained about WandaVision, but I think it's gonna be great. Like I think it was great. It was and it's going to lead into like people think
whether
that
people
WandaVision wasn't good because it was unresolved.
No.
But it's supposed to lead into Multiverse of Madness.
Okay, but that's the thing is that also the way the Marvel movies set up their now TV shows is they make it to where you don't have to watch it.
Right, it's nothing big is supposed to happen. It's supposed to be enough storytelling to keep you interested
That's the thing
and be
is,
good.
That's the crazy part is they have found a way to put big events inside these projects.
But make it feel small because of how big the projects are.
They have done something that I've never seen possible. They're like, let's give you the biggest thing we can in a TV show, but make it subliminal and small enough to where, yes, it affects the overarching story of the TV show, but not the actual overarching story itself. Which is why you were very upset a couple weeks ago when I disclosed to you that Marvel decided that they were no longer going to be like... You weren't happy.
You worded it in a weird way. You made it seem like the big stories like Infinity War were done, but they're not. They're being subsidized.
No, what I explained
there'll
was
be 6 movies, but there'll be 12 fucking shows in between, and you'll be good.
No,
and plenty of content.
The way Marvel announced it, it won't necessarily be like that. Depending on the story, you may get 4 or 5 movies, but depending on the story, you may get 3 or 4 movies with 2 or 4 TV shows in between.
Right.
It's a hit or miss.
Right.
But the way Disney announced it was, we are no longer going to be having 22 movies leading up to one overarching story and ending.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, no.
Because their movies are like, their shows are like
I may have done a shitty job of explaining it the first time.
9 episodes, 9 hours long. That's 9 fucking movies, dude. We'll limit it. We'll say 6 movies.
No, I said that no.
Plus 6.
If
6
we're being
others,
completely
like
honest,
12
no,
movies.
no,
It's
like for real,
fucking
no.
fantastic.
Netflix had it figured out long before anybody. They were like, "How can we keep an audience's attention?" Well, we can have a movie budget on a TV show. Well, how do we do that? Well, you have an entire movie budget of $350 million, and you span it out instead of 1 hour. You span it out with 9. Well, how do you do that? You mix practical with CGI, and you do it the best you fucking can.
And you do it like a TV show.
And you do it like a TV show, but how do you product it? You do it like a movie. So you give it the juices it needs to flow properly, but then you let it flow properly like a TV show would.
Right.
So you're giving it the best of both worlds. And what do we get? We get
WandaVision. Falcon and Winter Soldier.
WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like it or not, you get the early on Netflix fucking Daredevil TV show. You get fucking, you get Luke Cage. You get Jessica Jones. You get fucking.
Don't say Iron Fist. It was awful.
No, Iron Fist was terrible. Not going to talk about that. Jessica Jones was arguable. The only reason I mentioned her was because the character and the person.
You know what's ironic?
The person,
the audience,
the person
the
who,
general
the
audience disagrees
person,
with you.
the person who acted as her, saved her.
The general audience disagrees
with
They
me?
say Luke Cage was shitty, Jessica Jones was fantastic, and Daredevil was fantastic.
Yeah, you and I both disagree. Daredevil was fantastic.
No,
Luke,
I'm
Luke
saying
Cage
I
was,
love.
Yeah,
I love Daredevil. I love Luke Cage was my favorite. out of
Okay,
all of
hold
them.
on. Let's back up. Whether anyone likes it or not, the best Daredevil.
Whether we wanted it or not.
Whether we
We've
whether
stepped into a war like a ball
whether
on
we
Mars.
wanted it or not, the best Daredevil we have ever gotten is Charlie Cox.
Oh yeah, Ben Affleck was shitty.
No, he wasn't.
I didn't like him.
Storytelling was shitty. Ben Affleck is one of the
And a
greatest
Black
actors to ever.
Kingpin, fantastic.
I hope that wasn't a jab.
Oh, he did great. Okay, and I am a person.
No.
Hold on, let me get
dude,
this out.
What's his name?
'Cause this
Duncan? Duncan what? Something Duncan?
You're talking about the dude from Law and Order,
No, I'm talking about the fucking guy who died.
the black dude.
Yes.
Okay, he did a great job as Kingpin. I liked him as Kingpin, but I'm saying
something Michael Duncan.
I don't know. You have to look it up. Look it up. Look up 8 Mile.
Okay.
or
You keep an 8 Mile. He's not in 8 Mile.
Green Mile.
Oh, Green Mile. Oh my god.
I'm saying I
texted
liked
back.
him.
She texted
I
back.
liked him
She
as
texted
Kingpin.
back.
I liked him as
She
Kingpin.
texted back.
But I do not appreciate that people can get riled up about whitewashing. But when a black actor plays a white actor, everybody's like, "Oh my god, good for him. We're so proud of you, King." Like, no. If whitewashing is a thing, blackwashing should be a thing. Or you can see it the way I see it.
Oh boy.
And it's, if you are good in the part, you should get the role. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, deaf, cripple. Doesn't matter. If you are perfect in the role, you should get the part.
Do you want to get into that real quick? Because I can tell you why that can become a problem.
Go for it.
Okay. So Kevin Feige has recently spoken out, and believe it or not, Marvel has backed him on his opinion. So basically, what happened was whether people know this or not, obviously the next movie that will be the overarching story of where the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, is technically headed, is going to be Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Spider-Man does have an effect, this and that. All the movies you will get before that, yes, they do have character arcs and they are a part of the main story. But the main story that will actually affect where the direction is going is Doctor Strange and the Scarlet Witch,
And Loki. He actually
and Loki.
pronounced that.
And well, to be fair, that's only because Loki has to do with mischief and time.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, okay. The main story, excluding Loki as a sidebar overarching story, the main story.
Kinda get you ready for the.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, let's explain that real quick. Loki. Hold on. Loki is boom.
Precursor?
I'm about to blow your mind. Loki is the Civil War to Multiverse of Madness. Give it 15 minutes and you might not need that. My point. Do you know what I'm saying when I say that, though?
It's like the precursor. That's what I said.
Yeah, well, I said precursor, but if we're both... I mean, to be fair, if you're an MCU fan and you watch Civil War, that's not a precursor. That's a major Avengers film. Die Hard fans will tell you it is an Avengers movie that was given us to...
You're a Die Hard fan.
Yeah, dude, it was given to us early for fucking... Dude, to me...
They were like, "We love you."
Dude,
Here you
I
go.
feel like that whole movie is fan service.
Yes and no.
They're like, let's piss you off, make you happy, and fucking get you horny inside the exact same movie. Like,
And then we're gonna release Infinity War and then lie to you in the
Yes,
trailer, and then
yes.
we're gonna release a part 2 to that.
dude, think about it.
Okay, but
Civil War.
they did do
Civil-
hit after
bro,
hit after hit after hit after hit after
and
hit after hit.
and if the most non-important and the most
Underrated?
Or
Or is it overrated?
no, it's underrated.
What is it?
Age of Ultron. Yeah, you laugh, but
No, I appreciate Age of Ultron and what it did, but I do not like the movie.
you're not supposed to. And
I get it.
No, I genuinely think that's the point.
How long have we been going for?
Huh?
How long have we been going for?
Hour 18.
Good Lord.
We're talking, man.
I know.
We're getting fucking into it, dude. It's okay. I genuinely think Age of Ultron was a movie you were supposed to hate, but it's not the type of hate to where you don't want to watch it. It's the type of hate to where you're like, why the fuck did this happen?
I wanted Ultron to have more screen time. I think that's the wrong word.
Aren't you glad I brought your food to the table? He is. Don't let him lie. He's over here. Yeah, he's happy. He was like, no, don't bring the food to the
It
table.
was
dude.
called The Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
And it was like 4 fucking days.
Internet speed. Yeah, he's giving me the finger because I made a point with one sentence. Yeah, no, I did. Internet speed. Age of Ultron. He is the living, breathing entity of the internet. He's the worst possible thing you could ever come about of the internet. He can be everywhere and anything. He can be there forever. He can ruin your fucking life in the split of an instant second. Think about it. Tell me that's not an
Do you
entendre.
subscribe to the theory that he's not dead?
No, yeah, I do.
I don't think he's dead
because if you're going on practical terms in the way the actual internet, sorry. If you're going on practical terms in the way the actual internet works, he's not dead. Because what they did not work. Because that's not fucking how it works.
That's not how the Force works.
The Force is different. Oh. He gave me a little side swipe eye.
You going quiet to text the girl from Tinder, huh? Ridiculous. Didn't even tell me to start talking. Just started texting this girl from Tinder. Terrible. I hope she's worth it, motherfucker. Dog.
Yes, my guy.
What were you even talking about? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was talking about Age of Ultron and the fact that it changed a lot, and whether you like it or not, it changed more than you would like. But the way I was coming at Age of Ultron it was supposed to make you mad, and you
Do
were
you remember in
you were
Spider-Man?
supposed to be irritated.
Do you remember in Spider-Man No Way Home when he gets locked in the wreckage collection center?
Yeah.
You can see an Ultron head in the background.
Yeah.
It has red eyes.
I remember this Easter egg. Yes, correct.
So
that was not talked about.
literally nowhere.
It was literally nowhere. The only reason I know about this is because you sent me a leak 2 years ago.
Yep.
But to be fair,
tell everybody.
no one has talked about
Tell
this.
everybody.
I'll
let you do the honor.
No, I don't know.
You don't remember?
I only know enough to know that I'm mad that no one else knows this.
So in Spider-Man Far From Home, the very first one, he gets locked inside a... It's a dump collect, but it's Tony Stark's dump collect. So it's all like the alien material and everything from Sokovia, everything from Avengers, the first one, everything from Civil War, everything like that. It's all inside
I
this
also would
facility.
like to point out Sony decided to be the biggest pricks they could possibly be and made the only connection to Spider-Man to the MCU Tony Stark.
Yeah.
And now that he's dead, they made it complicated. But luckily, I feel like Marvel... I really feel like this is a plug Marvel didn't ask for approval for.
Okay, either way.
I'm just saying...
Whenever he's trapped inside, in the background, you can see a drone from Ultron. And whenever... all the drones had blue eyes. And if Ultron was inhabiting that drone, it had red eyes. And in the very background, you can see a head of a drone with red eyes. And it's very, very subtle. You don't see it for very long. It's like maybe 2 seconds, maybe 3. But it is a red glowing Ultron head. and it's one of the Stark robots, and that means that is the Prime, meaning Ultron head, not like the robot. Prime Ultron means it's the Ultron, like David Spade.
Repeat that one more time. Yeah, you say dude, but I feel like you didn't make much sense. No, I literally heard most of what you said. Just repeat it one more time. I can hear you smacking your lips. It's okay.
In the very back of Spider-Man, Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
That's the second one. Fuck. Spider-Man Homecoming.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
In Spider-Man Homecoming,
Mm-hmm. I love these microphones.
whenever he goes into the disposal site
Mm.
for the alien technology,
Mm-hmm. Nope, I got you.
when he's inside the truck and he's locked in, you can see in the background the head
Of Ultron.
of one of the Tony Stark drones.
But was it one of the ones that Atron specifically controlled, or was it one
When
of
it has blue eyes, it's a drone.
Okay.
If it has red,
Red
eyes,
eyes. It's Ultron.
it's
Okay.
Prime Ultron, meaning the real Ultron. Like David Spade Ultron.
His name's not David Spade. Jesus Christ. David Spade is Dickie Roberts' former child star. You're
Spader.
thinking
James Spader.
James Spader.
It's James Spader Ultron.
Okay. Whether you like it or not, this is why I asked you to repeat yourself. I heard David Spade, got very confused, forgot the rest of what you said, and
James
told you to repeat it.
James Spader.
It was only because you fucked up the name.
Blacklist, James Spader.
I was literally over here like, David Spade?
My bad, y'all.
I was like, David Spade?
Not Dickie Roberts,
I was
former
like-
child star, or Grown Ups, or whatever the fuck else he's in.
I was like, David Spade?
James Spader. My
James Spader. Okay.
bad.
Thank you. Okay. I was very
but-
confused.
Yeah, whenever...
Fist bump.
Fist bump. He is... Whenever you hear his voice,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is inhabiting that robot. He's inhabiting that drone.
Correct.
That means his consciousness is in that drone. When when it specifically has red eyes. Blue eyes he is talking through it and he's projecting his voice. Red eyes means it is the Prime Ultron, I promise.
So, in the couple of scenes where he's got red eyes and two robots...
The red eyes are him. The robots
no,
are...
but I meant they're cut different scenes, but they're both red eyes.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
Well, if I would elaborate, basically what that means is in certain scenes of Age of Ultron, he was basically actually housing his mind in two separate robots. And then the ones that were blue were obviously just his hollow harvesting to just kind of host that robot. But I feel like in multiple scenes, he had red eyes and multiple robots, like basically insinuating that he had AI control of multiple entities and not just one.
You're close. You're assuming.
Could you call it assuming, or is it just a basic assumption? I don't like to say assuming in general.
You interpreted it in the wrong way.
Okay. I feel like that's a better.
You're
okay.
good, you're
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Uh,
I feel like
whenever he's-
assuming. I would just assume something.
Red
like,
eyes means that he just jumped from his main body, right?
His main hub.
His main hub. So that's the what do you call it? The vibranium.
No, fuck that. Say his main hub is my iPhone 8.
His main hub is his vibranium body. Vibranium
Okay. And then he went from my iPhone 8 to.
the drone. Okay, and he has red eyes, right? And you're saying he
So,
inhabited two
okay,
different
so the
drones.
iPhone
So
8
when he was in the iPhone 8, he
and then-
just jumped to the drone, and then when he was in the drone, he jumped to the iPhone 8.
So are you saying I can insinuate, based off the way Disney works, every time I see him with red eyes, his own entity is intellectually and privately within that body?
Yes. And then
So
whenever he
even-
switches,
so even
he
if-
connects to the internet
even if
and
they
jumps into a different one.
Hold on. Even if they show me a scene where he's got red eyes and then they cut to a different part of the world and it's his other robot and he's got red eyes,
They're both connected to the internet, and he just jumped from body to body.
is he actually jumping or is he
He
simultaneously?
is jumping. He is not both. He is jumping.
So the scariest part about Ultron is he is just one entity.
Yes, as long as he is connected to the internet. That is why the one in Homecoming is not a threat right now, is because they specifically showed you inside that facility.
Wait, hold on.
You cannot connect to the
what
internet.
happened to Ultron in Homecoming?
In Homecoming, you see the head with the red eyes. The reason it's just that head is because inside that facility, he can't connect to the internet.
But that insinuates Ultron didn't die.
Because that's what I was saying is whenever I explained to you that he jumped from body to body.
Hold on. No, hold on.
When he jumped from body to body, let me get this out. When he jumped from body to body, Vision killed him in his body, right? At the very end, Vision killed him with the Mind Stone. But what happened is Vision thought he locked out his main consciousness from the network.
No, it's not even that. If you actually go and watch the movie, Vision just tried to shut down the network from him spreading. What we never anticipated was he may have had a physical, whether it be digital or actual human, he may have had an actual host where he could hold his brain housing.
That's what I'm getting at.
Without the internet.
That's what I'm getting at.
So the head you're referring to could literally
the
be...
head is Prime Ultron. What we've been seeing throughout the entire movie is the robot. Isn't him.
Well, now
it's him casting through the internet.
Okay, now haven't we always speculated that the MCU will bring all the unsolved and unclosed holes back as once?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not as once. Back... like at once.
Answer everything back into itself.
Like basically what they're like
circles.
What people don't understand is with the way the MCU has been built, most if not all the anti-heroes / villains have never gotten their circle and or story closed. It's always been what do you call
left
that?
open-ended.
It's been left open-ended. So the speculation along MCU fans, Marvel Cinematic Universe fans, is that if Disney could play their cards right, they could have them all come back at once and have a major showdown. And that's always been speculated. Now, whether they bring them back individually, that's up to Disney. But as a fan service... obviously, we want a nuclear bomb, and we would much rather have the Sinister Six next to Doc Ock, next to Electro, next to the Green Goblin, next to Venom, next to Ultron, next to the fucking what's his name in Iron Man, the Mandalorian or Mandarin, Mandalorian. Yeah, no, and that's what most Marvel fans have speculated, is that it's going to be a bigger showdown. But I feel like the more we get out of Sony, the more it's not going to be a big showdown. Because the way Sony tells the story is that we'll get it piece by piece. But they have...
I think it's because every time a company has tried to copy what Marvel has done, as in like the Dark Pictures... not the Dark Pictures.
What Josh was referring to is Tom Cruise tried to have a universe with the Mummy.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
It was supposed to be the Mummy, Frankenstein, the Invisible
what you
Man,
guys, basically it was a bunch of horror stories that they tried to connect in one universe. And the
flopped in one fucking movie.
The only franchise you would understand is the Mummy with Brendan Fraser 1 and 2. They tried to reboot it with Tom Cruise and then make it into...
wasn't a reboot.
But no, hold on.
Continuation.
They tried to make it a continuation / soft reboot. It was considered a soft reboot.
You're right. It's a soft reboot, not a reboot.
People don't understand. Fuck. Jesus Christ. How do you explain a soft reboot?
Soft reboot means none of the same people, but it's technically in the same universe.
But it could also not be considered the same story. That's why it's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why people hate soft reboots. They're like, either redo it or don't.
It's very loosey-goosey.
Very. And that's why people don't like it. So diehard fans are like, either do it or don't. Don't do it half-assed.
Don't half-ass it.
Exactly. And most companies try to half-ass it because they don't want to let go of what the franchise they already have built. And they don't want to add...
That is why the term soft reboot was coined.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's what it comes down to, is they didn't want to fuck what up. They didn't want to fuck up what they already had, knowing damn well they're about to fuck it up.
That's what Disney should have done.
I mean, if we're
they
being
have come out and said-
no, if we're being completely honest, I feel like the only company that's ever done right by us, even when they weren't trying to, was Disney. When it
Hold on,
comes
for
when
Star
it
Wars
when
specifically.
it, when
I'm saying
okay, no. One,
they
no,
have
no,
come out-
no,
let me
no.
Fucking say
Hold
this.
on, hold
Let
on.
me fucking say this.
Hold on. One can argue Disney did not do the same. Because
I'm trying to say-
Kathleen, bitch fucking cunt Kennedy
The person in charge
is a bitch
of the canon
who's a stupid bitch
specifically striked all 25 years of canon
as a cunt.
because Chewbacca died. That is
No,
confirmed.
hold on. No, yep, it's confirmed, but it's not technically the main reason. The only thing that was confirmed was a majority of reasons were Chewbacca.
The main reason.
Majority.
That's main.
No, we're talking technical.
Bro.
And no,
you can't say majority is not the same as
you
the main.
act like
the majority vote is
act-
the main reason.
Okay, you act like I agree with the decision making. What I'm saying
I
is
don't. I'm just saying you're arguing over semantics. at this point.
No. Disney's wrong.
Well, you have a big forehead.
Yeah, Disney's wrong. We're correct. But what I am saying is let's address it as what it happened as. Majority ruled. Chewbacca was the main reason.
Yeah, and it's because he got crushed by a fucking moon. He died. So
And
they
it-
struck
and-
25 years of canon.
And if you ask the co-creators and people who unscrapped it, they will say, no, it wasn't because of Chewbacca.
It was. They're being nice.
I know, and I'm saying, as people who created that universe, you have to take what they say into consideration and with respect.
So you're gonna sit here and tell me that Mark
I'm-
Hamill actually thought The Rise of Skywalker and the Last Jedi was a good movie? He was just saying that because he was fucking paid to say it.
No, that's different.
How is
Yeah.
that different?
Because-
How is that even close to different?
That's completely different.
How?
Because what you're asking is, did the main character of a major franchise over the last 50 years, did he lie because Disney paid him to? Or
Did the writers of a major franchise
Did
who
the
were influencing
writers-
the entire thing
no.
who was being paid by Disney lie by Disney because
Did
they were
the-
being paid to?
did the writers of a major franchise try and tie something in because Disney told them to?
And paid them to?
Yes, paid them to. Writing the story differently compared to just ignoring the story all on itself is completely different, and I'm afraid that is true.
Well,
No,
we'll let the
hey,
people
stop!
decide.
No,
We'll
no.
let the people decide.
You and
We
I
disagree.
No, you and I can both agree that that's bullshit. But I'm afraid that's the way it is.
I agree that the
That
writers
it's the
may
way it
have
is.
bullshitted their way through it because
if they
they were paid
if
to.
they bullshitted their way through it because they were paid to, they still chose to. And if they were diehard Star Wars fans, they wouldn't have done so.
You're
But-
goddamn right.
but
And
I'm-
Mark Hamill's a diehard Star Wars fan, and he didn't. He
Okay,
came out afterward.
But one could argue the most diehard Star Wars fans are the ones who hate Star Wars the most, and then therefore we can. Have you never heard that?
The most diehard Star Wars fans, the ones who hate Star Wars the most? No, I've
no,
never heard that in my entire life.
The people who love Star Wars the most are the ones who hate it the most.
No.
Oh, then you're not obviously you're not watching anything Star Wars related. Are you fucking kidding me right now? No, like honestly, like
what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm mad right now.
You're mad. You're
No.
telling fucking me.
No, I'm trying to tell you. Have you never heard people who hate Star Wars the most are Star Wars fans?
No.
The people who piss on Star Wars the most are Star Wars fans?
I've heard the people who like the Star Trek nerds who piss on Star
No.
Wars are definitely
No.
Star Wars fans,
No.
but I've never heard people who hate Star Wars like Star Wars the most. That makes no fucking sense.
People who hate Star Wars the most are Star Wars fans. Fuck. Siri's a piece of shit fucking pay-to-play winner. Let me Google it, actually. I Siri'd it, and it was like, Star Wars? And that's all it heard. Opinion: Star Wars fans hate Star Wars the most. The Maroon. Opinion: Why do Star Wars fans hate Star Wars? Opinion: The main reason Star Wars fans have issues with Star Wars.
That's not what you said.
Star Wars: Why toxic Star Wars fans still hate the Rise of Skywalker?
That's not what you said.
Because they're Star Wars. I literally said Star Wars fans hate Star Wars fans.
No, you said people who hate Star Wars
are the biggest.
love Star Wars the most. That's not what you're saying. That's not what you're reading. You're saying that Star Wars fans hate 7, 8, 9 the most.
No,
That's completely different.
no, that's literally. I never said 7, 8, 9.
Rise of Skywalker and Last Jedi.
Yeah, that was the last title I read, you dumbass. The first Star Wars opinion was Star Wars fans hate Star Wars the most.
Yeah, and it's only 7, 8, 9. I promise.
No, it's not.
I disagree.
Yeah, you disagree because you haven't read the article in front of me, you dumb fuck. Like, no,
You're
growing
getting
up.
so aggressive.
No, I'm not getting.
'Cause I disagree with
no,
you.
I'm not getting aggressive because you disagree with me.
You
I-
said dumb fuck. There's no reason. For
Yeah,
that.
I'm saying dumb fuck because you disagree with me before I can even say what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, growing up with the prequel Star Wars movies, the sequels all side with movies. I've come to realize that after every single one,
Sequels to 7, 8, 9.
Star Wars. No, Jesus Christ, sequels, Star Wars. They're talking about fucking 8. What is it? The ones after the prequels?
7, 8, and 9.
No, not 7, 8, 9.
Sequel is after 4, 5, and 6.
I just said after prequels, dipshit.
You said after sequels. Read the
No.
goddamn paper.
I'm telling you, I said after prequels.
Okay.
What are after the prequels, Josh?
After the prequels are
6,
4,
7,
5,
and
and
8.
6.
No, 6, 7, and 8. Or 4, 5, and 6.
That's what I just fucking said.
No, yeah, you just said that now, not 30 seconds ago.
You didn't say prequels. You said sequels.
No, I said-
It's recorded.
It says prequel. That's what I fucking read.
Play devil's advocate and say
It's
I've
okay.
read.
We're back on recording. Well, that was tons of fucking fun. You alright over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you good. We just got in a really fucking heated argument. I don't know if you could tell by the fact that I cut the podcast off.
We can have different opinions. I just think got a little heated.
I'm sure the neighbors loved it.
I'll spit on them.
I will too. Puh! You alright over there? You look a little disgruntled.
I wasn't done talking, but that's all right.
Finish what you were gonna say. Go ahead. I don't even care about the context. Fuck them. Tell me.
That's all right.
Fuck that. Say it anyway. I'm gonna walk away because I'm gonna plug in my vape. I expect him to say what he wants to say. Listening, sir.
I'm not gonna say it.
No, fucking dude, just say it. Goddamn, come on, just say it.
I've come a long way to learn and understand respect.
What?
And understanding differing opinions and learning when to accept differing opinions.
What do you mean by that?
And I just wish sometimes that when I lay out my statement
Yeah.
and you lay out your statement,
Mm-hmm.
that instead of saying there's no possible way my statement could be correct, you could be like, maybe there is different reasons for people believing in different things. Because statistics can be skewed and go in the favor of anybody.
Correct.
Just in the way as history is written by the victor.
Okay, but if one could argue that, then one could say that my entire basis on life could be argued over the fact that statistics aren't right. Therefore, fucking up my entire life. That's not fair either. If I'm allowed to base my life on statistics and what I feel is correct based on the knowledge that I have been given and learned, if
you judge a fish by its ability
to climb a tree, it will live its whole life thinking it's stupid. Yeah, I'm well aware of. And if you base a fish on the fact that it can climb a tree based on the fact that it can't fucking climb a tree because it can only swim, yeah, I get that. Not what we're talking about.
Star Wars fans can't climb trees, Ethan.
That's
Come on.
yeah, apparently not.
Strong-armed
Apparently they
bitches.
can't jump up fucking conclusions either.
You turn the podcast back on. I thought we weren't coming for next anymore.
I come for next every day because I get irritated at the fact that
We disagree in the majority of
I
fans.
don't care. I don't.
We
care.
also
I
disagree
don't-
on how good 7, 8, and 9 are.
I
I
don't-
don't think
I
we
don't.
should
I
argue
don't.
about this.
I don't.
think that
I
we
don't.
should agree to disagree.
Fuck that. I think we should argue.
Well, there's no point in it.
I mean, to be fair, it's not.
I
it's
they
not like it'll
fucking
change our
fumbled
relationship.
the goddamn ball
No,
and fouled the shit out
mean,
of it for 7, 8, and 9.
from-
And you disagree.
from-
You really
no, it's
hey, you
no.
really enjoy it.
Which one?
It's, Last Jedi. You said you really liked it. You liked what Rian Johnson wanted to do, and I fucking absolutely hated it. I can appreciate what he
Okay.
wanted to do,
But
I
can you-
hated it as
how
a Star
can
Wars
you how
movie.
can you not look at it from the one-sided opinion you clearly have as a dick riding Luke rider?
Oh, but I willingly admit that. But half of the fucking fan base is a dick riding Luke rider with like.
Then therefore, they should not have to make a story based on the fan service. You can't make a story based on fan service.
Okay, but you can when it's called the Skywalker Saga.
No,
It
no,
is
no,
meant to be.
Nope. Skywalker Saga was 1 through 6. Let's
No.
clarify. Yeah, no.
Okay, then why the fuck is the last movie called Rise of Skywalker?
Because it was the rise of Skywalker. I don't know what to tell you, but the rise and fall of Anakin Skywalker.
You know
was,
what? No, I'm dying on the sword.
No.
1 through 9 are the Skywalker Saga.
Yeah,
it is the end
yeah,
of the saga.
Yeah, it was the saga, but 1 through 6 was the rise and fall of Anakin Skywalker. No one thought it would get past that. The only reason,
And it would go on to Luke.
The only
25 years of fucking books said it would go
Okay.
on to Luke.
and Disney knew Mark Hamill doesn't want to play that character forever.
Actually, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he
He
doesn't.
would love to die as
No,
that character.
No, the fuck he wouldn't, bro. Come on, I don't care what he says, man. I understand where he's coming from and why.
Okay, now you're just saying no. There's no way an actor
No,
could say this, and he did. He said he wants to fucking play Luke forever. He would love to play his version
that's
of Luke.
fucking awesome. Robert Downey Jr. said the same thing 5 years ago, and guess who just
It's
wanted
not 5 years ago.
that? What are you talking about?
Luke said. Mark Hamill says this now.
Yeah,
He would love to play Luke.
cool. I don't think you understand the point that 5 years from now he can say, "Never mind, I don't want to do that anymore," just like Robert Downey did.
Okay,
Yeah,
and he hasn't.
he
And they said, "Fuck you, kick you to the curb,"
no,
and they
I don't-
killed him.
I don't think that's how that went.
and we disagree.
I don't think that's how that went. I don't think that's how that went. That's not how it goes.
It is how it goes. For
How?
Mark Hamill.
How? No. He could be literally lying. How do we know that?
Why would he fucking lie?
Why the fuck wouldn't he? If he pissed Disney off and then they said, "Fuck you, Mark,"
If he pissed Disney off because he didn't like the way he was doing his character and he wanted to play him forever and not the way Disney wanted it, the way he wanted to do it because he's fucking Luke Skywalker, yeah, I agree
that's
with
great.
him.
I'm afraid that Disney technically is the reason. Like, I'm afraid Disney has the overarching story of what the fuck Luke Skywalker.
It's
No,
not
no.
an overarching story. JJ didn't go in with the plan.
Yeah.
It's not an
Yeah,
overarching story.
no. JJ didn't go in with the plan, but if we're gonna go in the fact that Mark Hamill knew Luke Skywalker better than anybody else, that's fucking ridiculous, bro. He only read a couple things from fucking
Bullshit.
bullshit. What?
Robert Downey knows Iron Man the best. Loki knows fucking Tom Hiddleston knows Loki the best. You're wrong.
No, who was promised
Mark
that,
Hamill
yeah,
would
where
know
they
Luke the best.
where they
Fucking
promised that role.
Harrison
where they,
Ford would
no,
know.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Han Solo
What I-
the
no,
best.
No,
What?
No. What I'm talking about is you may know that character the best, but you do not get the say in where that character goes.
You don't get to say, but you should understand where that character goes, and if he's going in the wrong direction, you should have the creative decision to say, I don't think he would do that.
And sadly, I'm afraid Mark Hamill doesn't have the executive decision to let
Which is why 7, 8, 9 sucks, and that is where we disagree.
You
He
only
should have the creative
okay,
say.
I think you're the most biased fucking person to talk about this because you're dick riding for Luke Skywalker. That's
they
your,
did him
That's
wrong.
your favorite. Okay, I don't think people did Anakin wrong. Do you?
They
see,
did do him wrong.
Do you see me bitching about it for the last 10 years since fucking 2007?
I haven't been bitching about
Revenge
it
of the
since
Sith came
2007.
out?
I've been bitching about it since the fucking 4
You're right.
years that the shitty
My
Rise of
bad,
Skywalker
my bad. You've been bitching about it ever since you saw Last fucking Jedi or Return of the Jedi. I'm sorry.
Pent-up aggression.
No, I have pent up aggression because you had this fucking. You have been.
You asked me to talk about this,
You have.
and now you're getting irritated.
You have been like this since Luke Skywalker became a fucking Jedi Knight. And
4,
now,
5, and 6 is fucking fantastic. 7 was a great movie,
okay.
and then they fucking
No,
shit the
no,
bed for
no.
8 and
Okay,
9.
Okay, but this is my argument. How can you not be a modern day Star Wars fan without assuming that they may change a couple things along the lines?
I'm okay with them changing.
No, fuck that. They do the same thing with the MCU. I'm sorry.
Luke wouldn't fucking hurt Ben.
Thor isn't supposed to have his powers unless he has the hammer, but obviously
They
that's
changed
not
that.
the case.
Yeah.
No shit, bitch.
That's
No
a good
shit.
change.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, yeah, good change. If it's a bad change, why are we mad about it?
It's a good change.
They did their best.
It makes sense.
They did their best.
Why would Luke turn to the dark side after he fucking he was
Because
being...
he turned to the dark side in the comics.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
That's non-canon. He was dark
That's not
side
true.
for
Nope.
non-canon.
Nope, he went to the dark side and then came back.
No, he studied the dark side
Then you
because
can-
he's a gray Jedi.
That's great. Then you can tell Dad he's wrong because that's what Dad told
He
me.
went to the dark side for a...
Oh my God, he's gray Jedi's are both.
He went to the dark side in a non-canon book, and then in the canon books, when he had been and he was married to Mara, he studied the dark side for a very short period so he could understand it.
So in canon, Luke never technically turned to the dark side in canon, but, and I quote, the closest he came was he allowed himself to tap into the dark side so he could
was studying the dark
so
side.
he could defeat his father on the second Death Star after he threatened Leia.
That is
Luke
that
never
is in the movie.
Luke never actually turned to the dark side in canon. Okay, if we're going,
So you're wrong.
I mean, technically yes, but technically,
did you really just fucking say technically?
I mean,
when you
if-
read the
no,
thing that
if-
proved you wrong.
No, if word for okay, but
He
like
tapped into his hatred for half a second to defeat his father. It's when he used the onslaught for his fucking defense and his Jedi fucking lightsaber.
okay, and then one could argue Anakin tapped into his fucking hatred for half a second and then killed all the fucking
No, Anakin was dark side.
no.
Anakin completely
Pretty sure he wasn't dark side in episode 2 there, buddy, when he turned to the dark side and decided to kill all those fucking what do you call them?
He tapped into the dark side, and
Tatooine people?
that was the Tusken Raiders.
Yeah, so
that
did-
was his first step into becoming Darth Vader.
Great. Had Luke not stepped any more forward, which he didn't become dark side, but he
That's
no,
disproving your point
no.
completely.
I'm actually agreeing with you because what I'm trying to say is Luke only missed on one step. That's it.
No, he didn't slaughter an entire fucking women, children, men, all of the fucking Tusken Raiders. He almost killed his dad.
You're right. It's his son. He would have never even gotten that close. You're right. You're right. My bad.
Whose son?
Luke's.
Luke's son?
My bad. Anakin's son, Luke.
What is your point?
I mean, I'm saying it came from the same blood, so you're telling me that wasn't a hint of actual dark side?
It was.
My
and
bad,
then
my
he
bad, my
turned
bad.
away from it.
Right, okay. He only
So
dipped
you're
his
going to
toes.
tell me that he killed his
He
grandson
only dipped
because
his- okay, no,
he
no,
saw
no,
a
no,
vision
no.
of the
No,
future
No, okay,
way down the
no,
line?
No, one could also argue that in actual canon, Luke did have a Jedi temple and he did turn to the dark side in canon, but that is no longer considered canon. So just because it's no longer considered canon, I'm fucking wrong?
Yeah, with your logic.
You're right, guys. It never happened. Ever.
No. Not in canon, so
Great.
it doesn't mean it's attached
So
to
then
the
your
Luke.
argument with Chewbacca, any arguments you have with Chewbacca is no longer valid.
You're making some fucking conclusions that don't make sense, but okay.
No, I'm splitting seams if that's where we're going.
No, you're saying
No, I'm saying if you consider what happened with Chewbacca and the fact that they brought him back specifically because he died in canon.
Yeah, because
So
Disney came out and
whatever-
said,
so
yeah,
whatever
we're gonna
happened-
cut
so whatever happened-
25 years of canon because we don't want Chewbacca to be dead again is the same thing
It's
as you saying that
technically-
Luke turned to the
nope,
dark
nope,
side,
no, no,
and
no.
that was just so happened to be cut from the canon when they brought back Chewbacca. That's the same fucking thing.
Well, if you actually read the comic book, it's not technically over just Chewie. Chewie was the overarching reason.
Chewie died. They didn't want him to be dead. They brought him
Correct.
back.
Yeah, he
That's
was.
why.
No, he was the main reason. He was not the only reason.
Right. That's my point. Is he was the main
No,
reason.
he wasn't specifically the main reason. He just so happened to be the overarching.
You just said he's the
No,
main
I
reason.
said he was he was the main reason, but he was not the overarching story of why. He just so happened to be the main storyline of that and why they needed that back. Because the storyline they would like to follow, they do not want Chewie to die in. Therefore, technically, Chewie was the reason, but he is not the only reason. And whether you understand that or not, I don't understand. Like, I don't.
That's literally not what I'm saying. I'm saying Chewie was the main reason. You're saying no. Chewie wasn't the main reason. He was the overarching reason. Meaning the main reason.
No.
And you're saying
No.
he's not the main reason.
No.
There's just other reasons on top of that, which means he's the main reason. Then there's other reasons why there was stuff cut from canon.
No, they like the story, but Chewie died. Therefore, they need to bring Chewie back because
So he's
Chewie,
the main reason.
No, he's not the main reason.
They liked the story, but Chewie died.
The
only reason they brought back the main story.
The overarching story is Chewie died. They don't like that, so they brought him back. But the story they want is the story that surrounds Chewie. But they can't
so they have to bring Chewie back.
But he's not
he's the main reason.
No, he's not the main reason because the thing they want is what's around Chewie, not himself. Because obviously, from what we've seen from the movies, Chewie is not fucking involved like that. It's literally.
Chewie's in every single movie.
Is he the main character, Josh?
Is he the main character, Josh?
There is no main character. Luke Skywalker is technically the main character.
Yeah,
but
no
there's
shit
an
there,
ensemble
bud.
cast.
Yeah, no
Everybody's
shit.
co-star.
Yeah, no, Chewie isn't the fucking main character either. That's what I'm saying is.
So you're saying it's a Skywalker saga, right? The main character is Skywalker.
I already told you it was the Skywalker saga, but what I'm trying to tell you is the rise and fall of Anakin Skywalker was 1 through 6. 7, 8, and 9 didn't come until after fucking Disney acquired Star Wars.
And it should be it should continue the Skywalker saga.
Why?
Because the marketing for the Rise of Skywalker says the end of the Skywalker saga.
Because that's how they marketed it, not how they fucking bought it when they got the rights back. How do you not understand that?
How do you not understand how that makes no fucking sense?
They literally bought it back to have a story, and the story they ended up going with was Luke. He was not the reason they bought the story back. How do you not get that?
So why didn't they end it right?
Because they ended how they wanted to, because they own the rights to the story. How can you not accept the fact that that's a story we have?
Because I say it's a shitty story, and you're like, well, you should accept the fact it's a shitty story because they own it.
No, what I'm saying is they do in fact own it, and they get to tell the story writing. We don't shit on the people who write canon in the comics. We just accept it as canon. So why can't we do the same with cinematic universes?
Because everything in the comic books is good.
Oh, so just because Josh disagrees, that means we can't have it in the fucking movies.
Because everything in the comic books makes sense. It's all one fluid story. It all makes sense. It all flows. It all continues. Fucking Luke marries Mara Jade. Fucking Jason and Jaina.
Jason Solo,
Ben Solo.
yeah, I get
all
that, I get
all
that, I
that
get
makes
that,
sense.
yeah,
It all flows.
yeah.
Who the fuck is Rey? Why is she a Palpatine? Why did Luke turn on Ben whenever he didn't turn to the dark side against his fucking own father? That makes no sense.
It does.
He turned against his
to
grandson.
To be fair, if they told
Leia's
it right,
kid.
it would sound just fine.
No.
Yeah, it would.
Luke wouldn't turn to the
No,
dark
I
side.
mean-
it would make more sense that Ben turned
you
to
know
the dark
what?
side
So
and tried to
you're,
kill Luke.
so you're telling me if J.J. Abrams didn't have a hold of 1, 2, and 3, or obviously 7, 8, and 9.
If he directed 7, 8, and 9 and Luke still turned to the dark side, I'd be happy with it.
Okay.
If they did it
So then,
right.
okay, so
it
then
doesn't make
so,
sense how
okay.
he turned the way he did.
So then it sounds like we both just hate Disney.
It took us this long of an argument to agree.
That's no, it's not about agreeing. It's about understanding each other.
Okay, but
And
I
then no,
understand
no,
you,
no,
and I can
that's
appreciate.
no,
like
that's
I,
what, no.
I
I would no.
genuinely
I'd rather,
enjoy
I'd rather,
7.
I'd rather,
I
I'd
genuinely
rather.
enjoy 8. I genuinely enjoy 9 all on its own. I just don't like it as the Skywalker ending.
I'd rather argue with you for 2 hours and come to this conclusion than just come to it by agreement.
It's not that I disagreed, dude.
I
It's
didn't
just-
I didn't disagree with you either. I just wanted to get to the main point I wanted to, which was we do agree. I just wanted you to like get there, and I wanted to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sorry.
Can we end it?
No, we have to keep talking.
Why? Where are we at?
I don't know. I feel like we can't just. We're at 2 hours.
We're done.
What?
Have a good.
Jesus,
Fucking
hey,
whatever,
no, we
everybody.
just fucking argued, man.
I know. I'm tired. I got a headache now.
Fuck. He doesn't have a headache. He just doesn't want to talk anymore.
I actually did.
Yeah, no.
I had a headache before I started. I tried to.
Do you eat your food?
and get it away. Yeah, I have some of it left. I don't know. Fuck.
Okay, well,
I'm not mad.
I'm not
just
mad either. It's okay.
Dude.
No, we get heated. Sorry, man.
I just didn't like the way they ended it. That's all. They did my boy Luke wrong, and I am biased. Okay.
I guess
am
I
fucking
guess you are
biased.
because the way I look at it is I guess as a I don't know. I'm a couple years older than you. I didn't look at Luke like that. I looked at Darth Vader like that
Because you're
and
biased
they
with Anakin. You
well,
love fucking
well, to
Anakin.
be fair, with the age I'm at, they marketed Anakin to me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
well,
like that's
no,
what I was
well,
trying to say.
they
I completely get that.
They didn't market Luke to you. You just grew into that because of Dad and because of our parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I genuinely grew up
Yeah.
and was marketed.
Yeah.
Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
So I had to accept his death and get over that early. You didn't. You had to overcome it in the past couple years.
And I was waiting for Luke's end.
Yeah,
when,
nope.
When they gave it to me, it was just shitty. And that's all.
My hero shit on me years ago. I had to wait for yours.
But your hero didn't. Your hero got redeemed.
No, he only got redeemed in Return of the Jedi because that was the original story. They actually had to write the in-betweens before. That's why they're prequels.
That's fucking.
Episode 3 is the most phenomenal Star Wars ever. And Ewan McGregor, as much as people don't like him, Hayden Christensen is the best Anakin
No,
Skywalker.
people give him shit for the spin.
No, he's supposed
okay?
he's supposed
like the where they both.
No,
spin
the
their
reason they're
lights-
spinning is
It
because they're
so,
no, it's
it
so
is the most
precise. It's
beautiful
so precise.
fucking piece
It's
of
so precise.
storytelling.
No, it's the most beautiful storytelling because if you understand fencing and fighting with swords and like fencing in real life, what they're doing is Anakin is anticipating Obi-Wan's fighting sword style, and then Obi-Wan is anticipating Anakin's fighting sword style, and then they do this in a couple times. And they do it a couple times in a row to the point where it looks like they're just drawing their swords in circles. But what they're actually doing is anticipating them to block each other. And it is the most elegant.
Because they've worked with each other for so long.
It's the most elegant representation of, I know what you're going to do and you know what I'm going to do. So let's try and predict what we're both going to do, knowing we don't want to do what you both think we're going to do. And I know that sounds complicated, but go back and watch the scene. And then when they finally hit blades, it's only because they both decided they didn't know what was going to happen and decided to go for cutthroat.
super fantastic.
Fucking phenomenal. All right, we'll end it on that. Everybody, I love you.
I love you, Ethan,
I love you too, Josh. God damn.
but fuck you sometimes.
Jesus Christ. Dude, I cut the
I had to cut the podcast.
No, I cut the podcast. We argued for 20 minutes and then I cut it back on so we could argue some more. We should have kept it on air, but we got fucking heated.
We really did.
Yeah, we did. It's okay. It's okay.
okay.
We love you guys. Everybody have fun.
Be safe.
This was Friday. We will see you guys fucking Monday, and I promise
We won't argue.
we will have video Monday.
And I'll be talking about Loki.
Ooh, and we'll be talking about Loki. I have to pee. All right. Mwah.
Me too. Mwah.